thrive in these situations.
I mean, we thrive after we get punched in the face, man. So that's all it is. Good. Stings, and we'll take it, make it motivate us moving forward.
Braves have yet to name a starter with first pitch set for 5:07. Phillies aren't the only team returning home as the Sixers are back at the Wells Fargo Center tonight for preseason action. Sixers take on the Celtics at 7 p.m., and all the action can be heard right here on the Fanatic. Coming up next is Andrew Salchunas at the Maple Shade, the PJs in Maple Shade, getting you ready for Game 3. I'm Pat Egan on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Andrew Salchunas, all things Philadelphia sports.
Touchdown!
Coming up this morning at 10, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com. The Fanatic's Business of Sports is powered by Pico for Business.
As we enjoy a red October here in Philadelphia, we also see that the local baseball team had a huge year. In fact, how big? Well, how about 3 million plus fans, finishing 6th in Major League Baseball attendance. That's awesome, right behind the Braves. And a top 5 team in television local broadcast rating. Everyone loves good baseball. Businesses of all types and sizes are saving money with Pico because Pico's got the financial incentives and technical expertise to help you reduce your energy use and to save cash. See how Pico's helping businesses like yours take greater control of their energy costs to improve their bottom line. Simply complete a customer survey on Pico's digital portal and an energy profile. The report will be generated for you, and this profile is going to provide specific recommendation based on your facilities, equipment, and energy use with great ways to save while either maintaining or increasing productivity.
Hey, it's Ricky Bowe, and I want to tell you, construction sites are notoriously dangerous. It's not just the frequency of accidents that happen, it's the severity of the injuries that result. Whether the accident is caused by poorly maintained equipment, ignored safety regulations, faulty materials, weak scaffolding, or exposed electrical hazards, the employer is often negligent and at fault. But they'll try and blame the employee in order to escape potential liability. That's why, as soon as you experience an accident, you need to call 1-800-JUSTICE and get a free consultation from the personal injury experts at Swartz Culleton. You may be eligible for more than just workers' compensation. If there's a third-party liability from property owners, equipment manufacturers, or other contractors on site, they'll find it. And they'll make sure you are properly reimbursed for recovery, rehabilitation, loss of income, plus non-financial aspects like pain, suffering, and emotional distress. Need to know more? Visit SwartzCulleton.com or call 1-800-JUSTICE. In this David versus Goliath battle, they're the ones carrying a big slingshot.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Get ready to start the NFL week off right, because right now all customers can get a no-sweat same-game parlay for Thursday Night Football. I love that. All customers. Just place a 3-leg same-game parlay on this week's game between the Broncos and the Chiefs, and you'll get bonus bets back if you don't win. NFL same-game parlays are the perfect way to combine your bets for a chance at a bigger payday. Just visit FanDuel.com/Fanatic to build your own or choose from one of the popular SGPs pre-built for you in FanDuel's top-rated sportsbook app. How about the anytime touchdown 3-leg parlay? You can go Travis Kelce, you can go Isaiah Pacheco, and maybe you go Cortland Sutton for Denver. That's 3 legs right there, and that's your no-sweat same-game parlay. Visit FanDuel.com/Fanatic so you don't miss out on your chance to get a no-sweat same-game parlay on America's #1 sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NFL.
21 plus and present in PA. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
He could go all the way! A 100-yard kickoff return!
In football, the special teams unit is the team's unsung hero. While they may be on the field only 20% of the time, special teams have an outsized impact on the game. In business, when tech problems interfere with productivity and prevent growth, Philly area CEOs and business owners sub in the special teams unit from Graffin Business Systems for managed IT services and comprehensive tech support for the win. Whether you need help with upgrading your infrastructure, server network support, cloud services, cybersecurity, or voice over IP, Graffin will put together a game plan that will keep your organization in the win column. From strategy to planning to implementation and beyond, Graffin keeps businesses going, and that's no bull. Put Graffin's IT special teams to work for your business at Graffin.com. That's GRAFFEN.com.
It's only October, but I'm already thinking about the holidays. specifically about how I always procrastinate on gift shopping. But not this year. With Kohl's 3-Day Deal Dash, I got 50% off an Amazon tablet, 20% off Lego sets, and 30% off a Crock-Pot slow cooker. Plus, I saved 20% on some of my gifts and got $10 off because I spent over $50. So, is it too soon to put up the tree? Select styles, Amazon and Lego, coupons do not apply. $10 for $50 offer in deals and October 11th. 20% offer ends October 15th. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Thinning hair is normal, but it doesn't have to be your fate.
Once I started taking Nutrafol, I could visibly see my hair get thicker.
Nutrafol, the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement brand.
Nutrafol has taken me back to the hair I was meant to have.
Join the 1 million people growing at Nutrafol.com. That's Nutrafol.com. These statements and products have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition. Paid for by Nutraceutical Wellness, Inc.
As a roofer, I'm always on the go. So I need to be able to get things done from anywhere. That's why I partner with Beacon. With the Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like Certainty Landmark Pro, right at my fingertips. It's like having my Beacon rep in my pocket 24/7. I rely on Beacon because I never stop building, and neither do they. Now through November, purchase Certainty through Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $750. Beacon, always building.
I just had the best experience. My daughter went to the doctor and everything she needed was covered.
Everything? What insurance do you have?
Kids Partners, the CHIP plan from Jefferson Health Plans. It covers doctor and dentist appointments, ER visits, prescriptions, and more. Plus, my daughter can also get a new pair of glasses. They even offer free gym memberships.
Visit hpplans.com or call 866-599-0809 to learn more about Kids Partners, a part of Jefferson Health Plans.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Official home of the Sixers, Flyers, Union, and the best Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5, The Fanatic. Win $1,000 right now. 97.5, The Fanatic's Kelly Green Cash.
Time to win some money with the Fanatics Kelly Green Cash. Your chance to win $1,000 in a brand new 2023 Birds Kelly Green jersey. Text the word AMAZE to 45911. That's AMAZE, AMAZE to 45911. Or you can enter it on the Fanatic app or at 975thefanatic.com. One winner selected at random will win $1,000 in this company-wide contest. The winner will get a call from Beasley, so be sure to answer your phone. Complete rules at 975thefanatic.com. 97.5 The Fanatic's Kelly Green Cash is presented by Rand Spear, the accident lawyer. Demand Rand. Call 1-800-90-LEGAL. Please never text and drive. Good luck. And a good Wednesday morning, Philadelphia. I'm Andrew Salchunas. 97.5, The Fanatic, broadcasting live from P.J. Willihan's in Maple Shade, New Jersey, right here on Route 38. And that makes me happy. You know why? Because this time last week, one day prior, last Tuesday, I was broadcasting live here. And we were here leading up to wild card game number 1 against the Marlins. And, you know, it's 10 o'clock, so the place isn't open yet. And what I remember last week was right when these doors opened, the crowd started swarming in. And you saw the sea of red come through. And we're going to get that again today. And it's going to be even better because it's a 5 o'clock game, 5:07 tonight, Game 3, Phillies, Braves. Let's go. All right, I got everything off my chest yesterday. A lot of you got everything off your chest yesterday. The Phillies blew Game 2. All right, let's call it like it is. They blew Game 2. They should be up 2-0 coming back home tonight. They should be. They blew it. But I'm putting that aside, all right? Phil's in 4. I said that after Game 2, even with the Braves having the momentum. But you know what they don't have? They don't have 46,000 just screaming crazy lunatic fans, and I say that out of love. They don't have that. They don't have the pitching advantage the way the Phillies have the pitching advantage tonight. What the Braves do have is a shortstop who opened up his mouth, and that's the only reason why he's relevant. Cackling and saying attaboy Harper in the dugout to reporters after the double play for Harper in game number 2. That's what they have. They don't have the pitching matchup. They don't have Bryce Harper, an angry Bryce Harper. Hell, they don't even have the better mascot. All right, everything is advantage Phillies tonight. So we're going to get into it. all day long. I want to hear from you. I want your hype for tonight's game at 610-632-0975. I want the Braves to hear it. In case there is somebody within that organization listening, I want them to get a taste of what they need to expect tonight. And I want to read a tweet that I saw right before the start of the show from a guy named Batthew, like Matthew, but bat, and he's got the bat emojis. He tweeted it 20 minutes ago. And I'm going to read it because it's spot on. If you are going to either Phillies game the next 2 days, he says, I cannot stress how important it is that you abandon your humanity the second you walk into the gates. You need to bring a level of energy and intensity that should genuinely frighten a mental health professional. I love that. That tweet is spot on. I want whoever that starting pitcher is for the Braves today, one of those two young pups that's going out there, that the Phillies, they haven't seen Shawver, but they've seen Elder, and they beat him earlier this year. I want one of those two young kids to wet themselves as they step up on the mound, just like Spencer Strider did last year. And Spencer Strider will wet himself in Game 4 when the Phillies take a 2-1 series lead tonight. Today is all about hype as we get you set for tonight's game. Aaron Nola on the mound for the Phillies. I said this yesterday. If Aaron Nola goes out there tonight and pitches well and the Phillies win, he doesn't have to actually get the win. It could be a 1-1 ball game, bottom of the ninth. He came out in the 7th, and Bryce Harper, it's a walk-off home run. If Aaron Nola pitches well en route to a Phillies win today, I will get face paint tomorrow morning, and I will paint Nola across my forehead. And I will have it painted throughout the entirety of the show tomorrow. I feel so confident that he is going to go out there and dazzle us for multiple reasons. He's locked in right now. They worked on some things with his rotation. He's pitching well. He also has a chance to make a lot of money today. There was already a report yesterday that the Cardinals are going to be big buyers with the top pitchers in the market. Blake Snell will be one of them. Aaron Nola will be the other. I don't know if Aaron Nola is going to be on the Phillies next year. I don't know if people will care if he's gone, right? Because it's been such an up and down year. But what I do know is he has the opportunity to make himself a rich man after this season. And here's the deal. As up and down as Nola has been, we know how good he can be. And we saw it in his last outing against the Marlins. He has all the confidence in the world right now, and he has, like I mentioned, 46,000 crazy Phillies fans behind him tonight. Bryce Elder, Smith Shawver, bullpen game, they don't have that. The Phillies do. And the Phillies also have an angry Bryce Harper. I cannot thank Orlando Arcia enough for what he had to say. I am so glad that Bryce Harper probably has already received the message, and he's probably ready for tonight. I was joking around. If I could, on my FanDuel Sportsbook app, I would bet 7+ total bases for Bryce Harper today. The most you can bet is 3, but I would bet 7+. Home run, couple doubles, big payout. Seriously, I think he has a ridiculous game tonight. And I can't wait, because you know the Braves fans, they've been letting him hear it the first 2 games. They don't like him in Atlanta. Well, he's now back home too. And he shined under the brightest lights last year, and I expect him to do it again tonight. Now, Ray Dunn, who's back at the studio. Ray, I want to play a couple of audio clips for you guys. We'll start with Rob Thompson. We played this a couple of times yesterday, but I do think it is an important message from the skipper on what he was feeling after Game 2.
I think it's just being realistic that, we came in here, we split the series, or split the 2 games here, and now we have home field advantage. We go back to our place. It's going to be raucous and wild, and we just got to keep playing baseball. This is, as I've said all year, a resilient club, tough club. They're going to bounce back.
It is going to be insane tonight. And I know that I say that they blew Game 2, and I know that everybody was disappointed they blew Game 2 and that they should be up 2-0. And I know that fear kind of crept into all of us yesterday when we were reacting to Game 2 and saying, man, if they won, they're 1 win away. Now that they lost, the advantages, the momentum is kind of on the Braves' side right now. But what we wanted from the beginning was a 1-1 series tie coming back home, and that's what we got. Now, the other thing I want to play is Nick Castellanos, because Rob Thompson said it in, his way as the manager of the Phillies, where he's got to be relaxed. Nick Castellanos said it in the perfect way that he and I'm sure everybody on the Phillies feels.
I mean, we thrive after we get punched in the face, man. So that's all it is. Good. Stings, and we'll take it, make it, motivate us moving forward.
And that's perfect. We thrive after getting punched in the face, and they did in Game 2, and now they're ready to go back out there tonight, and I can't wait for it. I can't wait for you crazy, lunatic Phillies fans to be in your seats well before first pitch, right? Not like those Braves fans who showed up probably in the second or third inning, and then I got to hear the excuses of, oh, well, the stadium's built in a weird spot, and that's how it's hard to get to. Nope, that's not happening tonight. I expect the lots to be full. I already saw tweets about people tailgating down near Citizens Bank Park. I want to hear from you. If you are going to the game tonight, I need to hear your plans. I need to hear what you're going to be saying. FCC regulator, that is. I want to hear what you're going to be saying and screaming to the members of the Braves. I want to hear how you're going to react when Orlando Arcia's name is introduced. I want to hear how you will react when Ronald Acuna Jr. will be introduced. I need to hear all of it today because I'm just going to be hyped up for 4 hours. And again, like I said the last couple of shows, the worst thing is that I get done at 2 and then I have to sit and wait. But at least it's only 3 hours tonight. 610-632-0975. That's the number to climb in. I want to hear your hype for tonight's game. Also, speaking of hype, we will help you get even more hyped, even though I don't think you need it, but we will. Coming up next, Ray Dunn put together a wonderful montage of the 3 wins the Phillies have made in the playoffs so far. Him and Matt Menard. Matt did it in the first 2 games of the wild card, and Ray put some stuff together after game 1 of this series. So here the montage from the first 3 wins of the Phillies playoff series, the first 3 of many as they make their trip back to the World Series. I'm Andrew Salchunas. This is the Midday Show right here, 97.5 The Fanatic. And now let me tell you about New Look Home Design. All right? Now, this is a beauty thing. This is a beautiful thing. Because if you bought tickets to the Phillies game, or if you're buying tickets to the Phillies game, you know that they can be a little pricey. And then you go, oh, damn, I need a new roof. Well, you know what New Look Home Design is going to do for you? They're going to look after you. They're going to give you incredible deals. 50% off all materials. That's 50% off roofing. That's 50% off siding. Also 0% interest-free financing for 5 years. They are great. New Look Home Design. The team is spectacular. I actually had I zoomed with the team yesterday and got to know more about the people that are behind the scenes. And they're just wonderful. Like, they're awesome people. It's a family-run business. So there's that family feel. And then also, they do great work. And they're also hooking you up with all these deals. New Look Home Design is a GAF Master Elite contractor. This status is only offered to less than 2% of roofing contractors in North America. Okay, so that's a pretty good company to be in. And they're also giving you those great, crazy deals. They're also giving you an extra 5% off to senior citizens and teachers and military and first responders. So they're great for you, and they're great at what they do. They also offer transferable warranties on all services. All manufacturers' warranties are backed by their consumer protection guarantee. This means that the manufacturer is unable to meet the warranty claims. New Look Home Design will meet the warranty requirements. Also, free roofing inspections. They work with all insurance companies to complete comprehensive roof inspections to help get homeowners a new roof for just the cost of their deductible. So they're great at what they do. They're great for you, and it's a great time to get some nice discounts if you're looking at some playoff tickets. All you got to do is call 1-800-279-5300. That's 1-800-279-5300, or visit them online at newlookhomedesign.com. That's newlookhomedesign.com.
Fanatic Sports Update.
So wait for Game 3. I'm Ray Dunn. This update is brought to you by Bradford White Water Heaters. You may not always need a new water heater, but when you do, choose Bradford White. Phillies try to bounce back from that Game 2 loss. They lost 5-4 on Monday night in Atlanta, blowing that early 4-0 lead. Game 3 with the Braves now 5:07 tonight at Citizens Bank Park. Aaron Nola on the mound for the Phillies. Still waiting to be seen what it will be for the Braves. Phillies beat the Braves in Game 3 of last year's NLDS. Rhys Hoskins and Bryce Harper powered the Phillies to a 9-1 win. To preview this game tonight, Larry Boa joined the show at 10:50. Matt Breen joined the show at 12:30. Eagles and Jets at MetLife on Sunday at 4:25. Eagles 5-0, fourth time in franchise history, coming off a 23-14 win over the Rams. Jets 2-3, coming off a 31-21 win over the Broncos. The Eagles yesterday opened the 21-day practice window for linebacker Kobe Dean to return from a foot injury. Jeff McClain will join the show to talk all things Birds at 11:30. Flyers season opener tomorrow against Columbus. Next Sixers preseason game tonight on 97.5 The Fanatic against the Celtics. This update's also brought to you by Unbound.org. A girl in Kenya dreams of becoming a doctor. An elder in Guatemala dreams of being part of a community. Reach out and change their world, and it will change your own. Unbound.org. Keep it locked here for all the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn, the home for the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic.
Join Andrew Salchunas, Pat Egan, and Corona tonight at 5 for a playoff watch party at Patty Wax at 150 South Street in Philly. Catch all the action and enjoy $5 Corona and Corona Premier bottles and Modelo drafts. Plus, the first 50 people get a free Red October t-shirt. Corona, the official cerveza of Major League Baseball.
Hey guys, Bob Cooney here. Get ready to start the NFL week off right, because right now, all customers can get a no-sweat same-game parlay for Thursday Night Football. All you have to do is place a 3-leg same-game parlay on this week's game between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs, and you will get bonus bets back if you don't win. NFL same-game parlays are the perfect way to combine your bets for a chance at an even bigger payday. Just visit FanDuel.com/Bob to build your own, or choose from one of the popular same-game parlays already pre-built for you in FanDuel's top-rated sportsbook app. Visit FanDuel.com/Bob so you don't miss out on your chance to get a no-sweat same-game parlay on America's #1 sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL.
21 plus and present in PA. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Home improvement doesn't have to be scary when you let the Preferred Pros handle your projects. Whether you need help with drafty windows or you need to clean out the clutter, the Preferred Pros will help you transform your life and home. If you're tired of tricks and contractors ghosting you, reach out to a Preferred Pro. Whether your project is big or small, you'll be in for a treat.
Ensure your heating and cooling system is in peak condition. Last year, Hutchinson performed thousands of repairs that could have been avoided with a tune-up backed by the area's top no-breakdown guarantee.
Landis Block transforms your backyard into a dream oasis. Visit LandisBC.com to start envisioning your paradise today. From pavers to landscaping, they've got you covered. Landis Block, your backyard, your paradise.
WM Henderson Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, and now featuring Farron Electric, provides clear upfront pricing for everything from simple repairs to full system outages.
Check out Preferred Pros today. This paid program is sponsored by businesses highly rated by actual customers. For more details on Preferred Pros, visit 975thefanatic.com.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Can't sleep with this cold.
Honey.
Honey?
Honey, you need NyQuil Severe Honey.
NyQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a dreamy honey taste.
Feeling better, honey? Honey? I'll take that as a yes.
Try NyQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu symptom relief. NyQuil Severe with honey flavor. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever. Honeylicious, best sleep with a cold. Medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey, if you're thinking about getting the latest iPhone, check this out. With Boost Infinite, you get the latest iPhone every year and unlimited wireless for just $60 a month. Yeah, you get the new titanium iPhone 15 Pro that was just announced. Then again, next year you get the latest iPhone. Every year. Boost Infinite. Infinitely better. To learn more, pick up your phone, dial pound 250 and say Boost Infinite. That's pound 250 and say Boost Infinite. Terms apply. After 30 gigabytes, service may be slowed. Receive a comparable iPhone model each year with an acceptable trade-in every year. Requires credit qualification and 36-month phone financing agreement. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from this station's network.
Supermarkets and stores need to keep you safe. So if you get hurt anywhere by anything, you could have a case. Morgan & Morgan makes starting a claim easy. And it's free. You only pay if you win your case. Price check!
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
By the time you're finished listening to this Pepsi Zero Sugar, you'll be 15 seconds closer to kickoff. Stock up now because game day is so close you can almost taste it. Football watching. Better with Pepsi.
Do you really want to take shots the rest of your life just to lose weight? Of course you don't. That's why you need NJ Diet. You know, typical results from NJ Diet are twice as fast as weight loss injections without any of the side effects. Plus, you're going to learn proper portion control and develop healthy eating habits. So by the time the 40-day program is done with NJ Diet, you're going to lose 20 to 40 plus pounds, and it's contractually guaranteed. You'll lose the weight, and you'll keep it off the natural way. NJ Diet uses your hair, saliva, and blood work, along with scans, and then they personalize solutions that fit you, supplements that get your body into the fat-burning zone. And then NJ Diet uses your DNA info to help keep the weight off. They've got locations in King of Prussia, Cherry Hill, Newark, Delaware, or online if you travel, live online video consultations. So don't take shots the rest of your life. Lose weight quickly, the natural way, with NJ Diet. Call 855-5NJ-DIET or schedule your consult today at njdiet.com. That's njdiet.com.
We're all here for the same reason. Philadelphia Sports 97.5, The Fanatic.
Living in this big blue world with my head up in outer space. I know I'll be A-O-A-OK. I know I'll be A-O-A-OK.
1020, 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Salchunas. 10 o'clock hour brought to you by Window Nation. Take advantage of Window Nation's 50% off sale on all style windows. Plus, make no down payment with no payments and no interest for 12 full months. Call 869-NATION or visit windownation.com. Broadcasting live from PJ Willahan's in Maple Shade, New Jersey, Route 38. Ray, if the music's still going, you can fade it back up, but if not, that's okay. There's a reason why I wanted to play this song coming out, A-OK by Ty Verdi. So the clip that went viral that we all are talking about from the Game 2 of the wild card round, the Bryson Stott Grand Slam, there was a clip that went viral of they got rid of the commentators, right? It was just the crowd noise. So you heard the song, and the second the song faded away, Stott first pitch grand slam, and the place goes nuts. And I thought this was really cool. Matt Monaghan, who writes for MLB.com, actually spoke with the artist of this song. His name's Ty Verdi. And I thought it was really cool. I kind of read it up during the break. And I'm cool with adopting him as a Philadelphian. So here's some of the quotes he said from the story. It was just a beautiful moment. I've been all over the world performing that song, and to see it in the stadium, I mean, it's where it belongs. It's what it is meant to do. That pitcher had no chance. No chance. Some of the most beautiful times in sports is when the whole crowd is vibrating on the same wavelength. That happens a lot at big-time soccer games. I remember watching the World Cup during the summer with my friends, watching Team USA go play, and the chanting the crowd does in the stadium is just electric. Baseball bringing that in, and especially with my music, having it be a little bit unorthodox. It's a little bit like Sweet Caroline. The whole game stops because there's like this if you know moment happening for a team. And I think that's cool. I think it's awesome that he's getting his recognition. It's like Caleb Scott last year with Dancing on My Own, and I know he said if the Phillies win the World Series, he'll perform that in Philadelphia. But it's cool that another artist is kind of getting his fame because of something going on with the Phillies. And it's one of these songs now that I think we can all just come together and sing it. I mean, it's great when it plays at the ballpark because it's kind of easy to know the words A-O-A-OK. Like that's why I joke around, but I'm serious when I say it's the better walk-up song over Kashmir, because you're not singing Kashmir, right? That's more iconic, but singing A-OK together in unison, it does probably scare the pitcher a little bit. Now, something else, speaking of scaring the pitcher, and we'll play it later on the show, no rush right now. Something awesome yesterday in the Twins game, Twins-Astros. Now, the Twins didn't stand a chance. The Astros were just obliterating Minnesota. But early on in the game, I thought it was really cool. The crowd came together and was counting down the pitch clock. So the pitcher for the Astros is getting his sign, and he's getting ready to pitch. And then you hear the crowd going, 5, 4, 3, and then he has to pitch. And I think like that kind of stuff is so cool when a crowd comes together. And I know there's no place like Philadelphia doing those kinds of stuff. And I know it's going to be insane there tonight. I can't wait for it. And, I would adopt the countdown of the pitch clock, get into these young pitchers' heads, get into the head of Spencer Strider tomorrow if he pitches in Game 4. I love everything about it, and I just can't wait to watch 46,000 screaming fans tonight. It's going to be electric. It's all advantage Phillies at first pitch. It may be advantage Braves going into the game because they won Game 2. They had to come from behind win, and they're the better team record-wise, yada, yada, yada. But when it comes to momentum in game, it goes all Philadelphia first pitch. Unless the Braves do something in the top of the first inning, it is all momentum Phillies, and I can't wait for the Phillies bats to come alive in the bottom of the first inning because I'm expecting it. Now, here's what I want to do. Before I get to Ray and before I get to your calls at 610-632-0975, I want to fire you up a little bit more, as much as I can, right? I want to get set. It's 5:07. We're getting closer and closer to first pitch. We don't have to wait the extra 2 hours to 7 or 3 hours to 8. It's 5:07. I'm sure there are people already calling their bosses and saying, I'm sick, I can't come in today, because you're getting ready to tailgate tonight. And that's awesome. But for a little bit more hype, here's the montage of the 3 wins from the Phillies so far this postseason.
There are home field advantages, and then there's Philadelphia.
That one is fair down the line. Combs going to drive in a run. Here comes Rojas. He heads to second. 1-0 Philadelphia. When it started, up the middle and through. RBI for Pache. A big hit for somebody who hasn't had many. Castellanos hooks that one. It's going to get down and go to the wall. Harper, he's being held. He runs through that sign, and he's safe. Down there, Nola with a terrific off-speed knuckle curve.
Just great finish to that curveball.
Ripped, fair ball. It hugs the wall. Now Sanchez has to chase it. Flying around is Pache from first. Schwarber breaks on. His double makes it 1-0 Philadelphia. Right back up the middle. That one goes off of Garrett into right field. Here comes Schwarber. It's 2-0 Philadelphia, and RBI for Turner. That ball is drilled and forget it. A back drop by Real Muto. 3-0 Philadelphia. Bohm, Harper, Castellanos, the base runners. Infielders in at the corners, and Stott drives one to right. That's deep. That is gone. A grand slam for Stott. The brink just broke. Thanks to Bryson Stott's base clearing granny. Good season, not necessarily making the postseason, getting back to the World Series. And step one of that process has been completed. The Phillies 7-1 win the wild card over the Marlins and now get to face the Braves.
Phillies a runner at second, the 0-2 to Stott. And a line drive to left down. Harper got a great jump with 2 outs. Pilar's throw to the plate comes in on a hop. Safe. Harper scores. Bryson Stott delivers the first run of the game. A 2-strike, 2-out RBI single. And the Phillies strike first in game 1. Hoffman back in the big leagues with the Phillies in early May. Bounced around between Cincinnati, Minnesota, Toronto, and Colorado before that. Been around a while. He picks up a huge strikeout. Back to the splitter. And Harris is out. The Braves strand the bases loaded. Hoffman and Harris, 2 base runners, strands them both, and he leaves the bases loaded. Suarez says, all right. And Harper rings one right field. That is up and gone. Bryce Harper with a home run. Right on cue, on base for the 3rd time. His second hit. Harper fired up on his way around the bags. And the Phillies lead it 2-0. What's the matchup I can try to plumb out of the opposition? That is a great play by Turner. Flips to the bag. Throw to first. A double play. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Trey Turner, a spectacular play at short. It would be one thing just to get it out there, but the Phillies turn it up and get out of the inning. What a moment. Phillies still lead 3-0. Braves with just 5 hits tonight on the first pitch. Fly ball to left. This should do it. Brandon Marsh coming in. He's got it, and the Philadelphia Phillies take game 1 on the road for the 2nd consecutive season. A 3-0 victory. Trey Turner with a brilliant play. He and Stott turned the key double play in the 8th. And the Phillies, Jeff, strike first in this best of 5.
And now we get set to take game 3. for the Phillies to go up 2-1 in the series and then be one win away from getting back to the NLCS for the second straight season. It happens tonight, 5:07 first pitch. I can't wait to hear from you all today at 610-632-0975. Great job by Matt Menarek and also Ray Dunn putting together that highlight package. Now, Ray, back at the studio today. Ray, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I have to ask you, because as the show went on yesterday, I started getting more and more confident about today, because obviously I was saving the pitching matchup stuff until the end of the show, so I knew that was coming. But also the Orlando Arcia comments got me all fired up, and I'm ready for the Phillies to unleash holy hell against him tonight. I will ask you, because you seemed still down in the dumps. How are you feeling this morning?
I'm fired up. Let's make it happen. Let's go get Game 3. Let's get 2-1 in this series. Aaron Nola on the mound. I will continue to back the man. This man's going to continue to pitch the Phillies further into this postseason. And whoever is on the mound for the Braves is not ready for what's about to come up tonight.
No, absolutely not. I mean, it's, Brian Snicker even talked about it. Like, part of their decision will be who's going to be able to handle this, right? Because it's tough. Like, Smith Shawver's 20 years old, and he's going to have to step in front of 46,000 screaming fans. And we've talked about this before. The Phillies, it's the running joke of they can make young guys or terrible pitchers look like Cy Young. It's different in the playoffs. And it's different for a young kid to go into Citizens Bank Park in May when there's like 30,000 fans that are kind of engaged in the game, but not at all points of the game. It's different when people be on their feet from first pitch until the end of the game and making so much noise and finding out any sort of chant that you can make to make the guy feel uncomfortable. So good luck making your decision tonight, Brian Snicker, for whoever is going to be the pitcher for the Braves. It could be a bullpen game, which that would be great for the Phillies because the Braves bullpen is not that scary. So I feel spectacular going into tonight's game, dude.
Oh, I feel so good. I'll be honest with you. Like, as I went on yesterday, it was around the 5 o'clock hour it turned. That was about when it turned. I don't know what exactly it was that Tyrone and Ricky had said for me yesterday that started to make me turn, but I was like, you know what? It's time to turn the page on this one. They lost. It's awful. I've been upset about it all day. It's time to turn around, and this team's, you just got to feel good about the pitching matchup, and I think that's the one thing, like you said, that I can kind of hang the hat on. And then they're going to come to life today. I don't really have like a hardcore fact of Bryce Harper after a mistake, but it was the same thing last year where I remember Reese made the error, and the next day I was on the home run line because I was like, this is someone that's going to try and make it up, and the energy inside there is going to help just kind of levitate you to a whole other place. And I just feel that today. I feel like they're going to come back today and show you, hey, yeah, we messed up, but this team is far from done.
Absolutely. And they know not only did Bryce mess up with the base running, they messed up with leaving 11 guys on base throughout that game and not taking the advantage of stepping on the throats of the Braves. They took their foot off, and we saw what ended up happening. It's going to be different tonight. And I think of Game 3 last year, man. We had the same exact concerns about Aaron Nola last year, right? I know he pitched really well, but there was always that slight concern of, oh, man, he blows up in this inning, he blows up in that inning. And it's kind of been the same this year, a little bit worse, obviously. He's not going to be getting Cy Young votes this year. But when he steps out on that mound with that crowd behind him, like we saw in Game 2 of the wild card, he dazzles, and he's going to do it again tonight. I fully expect it. Do I think he's going to pitch a shutout? No, I don't. But if he can maintain that Braves lineup to 2 runs, 3 runs, do a quality start, if not better, when the Phillies should be able to put up runs tonight, I feel great about that. So put them in a position to win, and I think he's going to be able to do that. You had another off day, which means the bullpen is rested. Jose Alvarado only threw 16 pitches, so he's going to be available. He'll be ready to go for tonight. I bet you Hoffman, if they go back to him, which they shouldn't give up on Hoffman. Just like last year. I remember in the playoffs last year, Connor Brogdon had a bad outing. And I remember Rob Thompson went right back to him. This was in Game 3 last year and said, all right, go out there. And then he was great, and then he was great the rest of the playoffs. This is one of those moments where Rob Thompson goes, I'm going to go back with Hoffman, tell him, let him know that we are still confident, that we still believe in him. And then when he shuts down the door and then you get Kimbrel in the 9th, if it is even a save situation, maybe you're beating him up tonight that you don't need it, man, I feel like the Phillies will be up 2-1 by the end of tonight, and then we'll be getting fired up for a potential closeout game tomorrow. Let's go to the phone, 610-632-0975. Want to hear what you're doing tonight. If you're going to the game, I need to absolutely hear from you. And if you're not going to the game, what are your plans? Because I keep on saying October baseball is the only time really throughout a baseball season where you get together to actually watch a game with people. Let's go to Jeff in East Falls. Jeff, you're on the Fanatic.
Hey, why? I said, how come you don't ask me to do it? I didn't think you want to spend next. Jeff,
you there? All right, we'll put Jeff on hold. We'll make sure he's good. Way to come out the gate strong, Jeff. You know, that's Ronald Acuna Jr. striking out in 3 pitches. That's how tonight's gonna go. So that's all right, Jeff. By the way, here we got a lot in store for you today. Larry Boa is going to be joining the show coming up at 10:50. So in the next segment, we'll be joined by Larry Boa, followed by The Vault. Ray Dunn does a great job with The Vault every single day. We will step aside from the Eagles, from the Phillies talk for a second with Jeff McClain at 11:30. That's the funny thing, right? Like, we're going to step aside from the Phillies playoff talk to talk about the 5-0 Philadelphia Eagles. So Jeff McClain joins at 11:30, and then Matt Breen, who does great stuff covering the Phillies, everything for the Inquirer. Inquirer.com, but has done some great stuff with the Phillies during last year's postseason run and already this year's postseason run. So we'll be talking to Matt coming up. Looks like we got Jeff back, so let me go back to Jeff in East Falls. Jeff, what's up?
Yo, what's up, boys? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, man. I'm just cutting my old head's hair, long ball Ricky. As we speak, I'm cutting his hair. I just got to talk. I'm fired up right now. The Clippers are going 1,000 miles a minute right now.
That's good. So what's the plan? So what are you going to do all day to try to kill time, right? Because that's the hardest thing is when you're trying to do stuff.
I got about an hour and a half till I get on the road, about 27 minutes to the stadium. I'm going to hit the K-Light up, K34.
Oh, so you're going tonight.
Oh, I'm going. My boys from the Rook Manayunk, they throw a banging tailgate. All you hot women out there, Phils fans, come on down. We're going to be rocking that place.
Oh, I got to ask you, the Rook going to be there tomorrow?
Oh, shit, we'll see, man. We'll see.
They got to dump that. No cursing. No cursing. I think he hit the lots already. I think he actually went to the lots at like 10 hours ago, let alone 10:35 this morning. But, my guys at the Rook, it'd be cool to hang out with them tomorrow because I'll be going tomorrow. Ray, you're going to be going tomorrow too. And all I want, man, I just want – and I don't want to get ahead of myself. Obviously, they got to win tonight's game first. I would love to be able to go there for a potential closeout game, Spencer Strider, and watch him have to pitch in front of this crowd again. I mean, I am begging for that to happen tonight.
Force him into the situation where, one, today, go after pitching so much where their bullpen has to be strained for tomorrow. And then tomorrow he's got the pressure of not only keeping the season alive, but going against this crowd, and then also the pressure of having to go deep into a ball game. I want to see him melt. I want to see him melt so bad.
Yeah, and we could see that tonight with one of the younger guys. I mean, so it hasn't been announced yet. We're not going to find out until the starting lineup comes out. It's either going to be a bullpen game for the Atlanta Braves, or it's going to be Bryce Elder or Smith Shawver. Now, Smith Shawver has never pitched against the Phillies in the regular season, so, there's no numbers to really go through that, but the kid's 20 years old, and he hasn't been good. In his opportunities to start, he has not been good. I gave you some numbers from Corey Seidman yesterday in his opportunities as a starting pitcher. It hasn't been good, and there's been a lot of home runs allowed, which we know in this ballpark you can take advantage against a pitcher who gives up a lot of home runs, and obviously the Phillies' bats have a lot of home runs. Smith Shawver is a starter, just 23 innings pitched, 7 home runs, and 14 runs allowed. That's from Corey Seidman of NBC Sports Philadelphia. Or it's Bryce Elder. And Bryce Elder is the guy that the Phillies beat earlier this year, and another young kid that's going to go out there and have to deal with this Phillies crowd. And we keep on talking about it, right? The Phillies' home field advantage is legit. There's videos going on around about how Atlanta, oh, man, they disrespect our home field advantage. Take a look at this video. It took a game-winning double play to actually get alive, all right? That's all it took for Atlanta to actually have some life. It's going to take walking into the building today to become alive. That's it. It's not going to take any more. It's not going to, we're not going to have to wait for a big moment to be fired up. We'll be fired up well before first pitch. When they do the, I've been at playoff games before at Citizens Bank Park, and they kind of let you know when the cameras are about to be turned on, and they get people to stand up and do the rally towel so it looks good on TV. People buy into it. People love it. People are all about it. And that's the kind of energy. I remember Zach Wheeler after game 1 of the wild card round walking back to the dugout after warming up in the bullpen and hearing the cheers. And he said he was getting chills at that point. And he talked about it after the game. Like, this is awesome. That's the kind of home field advantage that we provide in Philadelphia, and you don't see that anywhere else. Let's go to my man Sugar Bear. Sugar, how you feeling today?
That's how I feel today. That's how I feel today, Andrew.
Your sheep.
First, let me ask you a question, okay? How are you doing today?
I'm good, man. Phil's in 4.
I want to ask you a serious question, and I want the answer. It's a one-word answer.
Uh-huh.
In Game 2, Alvarado dealing, throwing 97, 98 miles an hour, ahead of every Atlanta Brave hitter, throwing strikes. You're the manager of the Phillies. Who do you want facing Acuña? Listen to me. You want Alvarado, or do you want the unknown coming out of the bullpen who happens
the unknown that's been great for you all year round? I will tell you, Alvarado, I would have stuck with, but we also, it's easy to say that after we know what happened. Hoffman's been good all year, man.
Hold on. That's your MO. He put, we don't know. No. I'm talking at the moment. You just answered Alvarado.
I would go Alvarado, yeah.
And that's what I
But you know what they do. It's the same thing with the splits and lefty-righty and righty-lefty. The Braves' right-handed hitters have mashed against left-handed pitching all season long, and so he played the numbers game there.
Hold on a second, Andrew. This is what I mean about in-game managing. Okay? You're playing with house money. You're up 1-0. You got Alvarado dealing. Now, we know we don't get him dealing all the time. He's a Mets. He hits guys, walks 8 guys in a row. Okay? This is what I'm talking about. You play results. You say, oh, wow, it was the right decision. No. It's the wrong decision. But, yeah, like the other day, listen, Thompson talks about trusting his players. Did he trust
Well, I got to ask you. Now, let me ask you the question. Are you happy he stuck with Wheeler?
Am I happy what?
That he stuck with Wheeler, and then eventually the 2-run home run happens.
I have no beef when he pulled him. No, I agree.
Are you happy that he stuck with him? He kept him in the game up into that moment, because I did say I turned to Pat Egan that I would have went with Hoffman in that inning.
No, I do. I like the fact that he stuck with him. See, here's my thing. He talks about he trusts his player. It could have been Sanchez in Game 1. It could have been Walker, but he gave the ball to Ranger. He took the ball out of his hand. The poor kid wanted to cry. Did you see Alvarado's expression when he took the ball off him? He don't trust his players. He's a hypocrite. If he trusts his players.
He trusted his entire bullpen, and good for him. They went 5 1/3, no runs.
Andrew, let me say something to you, my friend. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Only Rob Thompson can F this up. You have a nice day.
Bah. I will be a sheep to Rob Thompson. Damn it. Thanks for the call, Sugar Bear. I don't know if I hung up because it looks like it's frozen, Ray. Man, come on. I don't need to be brought down right now, Sugar Bear, Mr. Rob Thompson hater. It's 10:40 in the morning. I'm just trying to get fired up for first pitch tonight at 5:07. You're trying to come in here with the negativity of Rob Thompson. I get it. You don't like the man. Well, the man has led this team to his second straight postseason berth, and it took 10 freaking years for that to happen. 10-year drought, man. I got engaged. I got married. I have a kid. I don't even know if I'm on the air right now.
You're on the air.
I'm on the air because my headphones are out.
Oh, that's good.
There we go. They're back in. We're just getting too excited. I still can't hear. Anyways, 610-632-0975. We're good now. Thank you, Vito. I'm cutting in and out. We got to hit a break anyway, so we'll fix this during the break. Larry Boa will be joining the show coming up next at 10:50, then the Vault at 11 o'clock. And, of course, all your calls right here, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies Braves Game 3 tonight. I'm Ray Dunn. This update is brought to you by NJ Diet. Lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days with NJ Diet. All natural, absolutely no shots or side effects. Visit NJDiet.com. The Phillies trying to bounce back from their Game 2 loss. They lost 5-4 on Monday night in Atlanta against the Braves after having a 4-0 lead through 5 innings. Game 3 with the Braves tonight at 5:07 at Citizens Bank Park. Aaron Nola on the mound for the Phillies. For the Braves, well, still to be decided. The Phillies beat the Braves in Game 3 of last year's NLDS. Rhys Hoskins and Bryce Harper powered the Phillies to a 9-1 3-1 victory. Larry Bola joining the show coming up next to talk about the matchup. Also, Matt Breen joining the show at 12:30 to talk Phils. Eagles Jets at MetLife on Sunday at 4:25. Eagles 5-0 for the fourth time franchise history. Coming off a 23-14 win over the Rams. Jets coming off a 31-21 victory over the Broncos. They're now 2-3. Eagles open the 21-day practice window for linebacker Nakobe Dean to return from a foot injury. Jeff McClain will join the show at 11:30 to talk about the matchup, talk about what he saw over the weekend, and all things Birds. Flyers season opener tomorrow against Columbus. The next Sixers preseason game is tonight against the Celtics. You can catch the action right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. This update's also brought to you by Unbound.org. A girl in Kenya dreams of becoming a doctor. An elder in Guatemala dreams of being part of a community. Reach out and change their world, and it will change your own. Unbound.org. Keep it locked here for the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
The best show ever. Opinion and conversation on Philly's hot sports topics. Tyrone Johnson, Ricky Batalico, and Jennifer Scordo. This afternoon at 2. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Hey, it's Ricky Batalico to tell you about our friends at Schwartz Culleton. You've heard their ads and their iconic phone number for years, 1-800-JUSTICE. When you've been injured in a car accident, there is no greater resource than an experienced lawyer. The lawyers at Schwartz Culleton have well over 100 years combined experience prosecuting claims on behalf of individuals injured in car accidents. They have helped over 10,000 clients obtain the justice they deserve. The firm has become a bedrock of the Philadelphia community and the surrounding suburbs. From start to finish, they'll help you get your car repaired and ensure you have all the best doctors for your injuries. They have relationships with the top medical specialists and have a strong reputation with the insurance companies. There is no doubt you'll get justice if you call 1-800-JUSTICE. Again, that's 1-800-JUSTICE. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today.
Hey, it's number 59, Seth joining. Join me on the BetParx Sportsbook app, and you're in the zone. BetParx is the official casino and sportsbook app of the real Philly fan and the only app I recommend. Bet more than the score. Bet player performances like total passing and rushing yards. Bet total team touchdowns. Bet who scores a touchdown. And nobody does live in-game betting better than BetParx. Bet on the action as it happens. Join me right now and download the BetParx Casino and Sportsbook app. New customers make a winning $10 bet and get $125 in bonus sportsbook bets back. Must be a winning bet, and bonus bets must be wagered once. The BetParx Sportsbook is the only sports betting app that I recommend. Live betting, parlays, props, teasers, they have it all. Like me, I'm sure that you love to play, you love to win. You bet. BetParx.
Must be 21 in NPA, New Jersey, Ohio, Maryland. Number 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, I'm Patrick Fingles, founder of New Look Home Design.
And I'm Jess Fingles, manager at New Look Home Design.
What are you doing here, Jess?
Well, little brother, I'm doing the same thing you've been doing for over 20 years, offering a fantastic deal on roofing from a fantastic company.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. In fact, people refer to me as the better Fingles. So I figure I should give people an even better deal on roofing. Right now, save 50% on all roofing materials, plus get a staggering 5 years interest-free financing. And lastly, we'll throw in a manufacturer Golden Pledge warranty.
What are you doing, Jess? That's crazy.
Well, Pat, as manager of New Look, I see things differently than you. I'm responsible for a great customer experience. I ensure every job goes smooth, and now I'm ensuring everyone gets the best deal.
Sounds like you really are the better Fingles. Don't wait. Call 800-279-5300 or visit newlookhomedesign.com. Better deals from the better Fingles.
O'Reilly. It's Superstart Battery Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get up to a $25 gift card after rebate with the purchase of select Superstart batteries. Our professional parts people will test your old battery for free and recommend the right battery for your vehicle. For power, performance, and reliability, choose Superstart batteries only at O'Reilly Auto Parts. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Can't sleep with this cold.
Honey.
Honey?
Honey, you need NyQuil Severe Honey.
NyQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a dreamy honey taste.
Feeling better, honey? Honey? I'll take that as a yes.
Try NyQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu symptom relief. NyQuil Severe with honey flavor. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever. Honeylicious, best sleep with a cold. Medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Happy 62nd birthday, Granddad.
Thanks, sweetheart.
I got you this.
A mug. Oh, thank you. What does it say? Beware. If you are 60 or older, you may be at increased risk of hospitalization from RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, compared to adults younger than 60.
Not all dangers come with warning labels. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about getting vaccinated against RSV today. Learn more at bewareofrsv.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Klein Tools are new at Lowe's, pros. Lowe's knows you want top brands and quality products, and Klein Tools delivers. Right now, get the Klein 3-piece ModBox mobile workstation for $319.94 and the Klein 5-piece cushion grip screwdriver set for just $34.97, both exclusively at Lowe's. Shop the largest selection of Klein tools, the highest quality tool brand at Lowe's. Because Lowe's knows tools, Lowe's knows pros.
The weather this time of year is more unpredictable than my fantasy football team.
Wait 5 minutes and it'll change.
The weather or my team?
The weather. Your team stinks. I can't believe who you drafted in the first round.
A new system from Pierce Phelps will keep you comfortable no matter what the weather does. And right now, qualified buyers can enjoy 60 months interest-free financing on a new home comfort system. Visit nopaybryant.com to find a Delaware Valley dealer near you.
Bryant.
Whatever it takes.
Individual rates, coverage, offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions, not available in all areas. Hey, small business owner, when's the last time you checked your workers' comp rate? For many small businesses, workers' comp insurance is one of their biggest costs. But some don't check their rate often. Did you know rates can vary? In fact, taking 3 minutes to check your rate with Pi Insurance could save you up to 30%. Just go to trypi.com, share a few details about your business, and get a quote that's customized for you with no hassle or hidden fees. We know you're busy, but spending just a few minutes to check your rate could save you money. Plus, when you sign up for pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, not an estimate. So your workers' comp audit experience is simplified. See how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi, or get a quote at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Official home of the Sixers, Flyers, Union, and the best Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5, The Fanatic.
10:51, 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Salchunas, broadcasting live from the P.J. Willahans in Maple Shade, New Jersey, Route 38. Getting set for first pitch, 5:07 tonight. Phillies look to take a 2-1 series lead. Aaron Nola on the mound for the Fightins, and I'm supremely confident going into today's game, and I can't wait to speak to our next guest on the Comcast Business Hotline. He's a legend. My man Ant called him all last year, Bo Adamas. That, of course, the great Larry Boa. Larry, what's going on, man? Good morning.
Getting ready for this game. It's going to be a big game tonight, and hopefully we can rebound. That was a tough loss in Atlanta. I was down there, but I have all the confidence in the world. Nola's going to crank one up tonight, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough loss, and it would have been great coming back home up 2-0 and being one win away at Citizens Bank Park. But, Larry, with everything we saw last year with this crowd, I don't care what team is coming in here. The Atlanta Braves are not taking 2 games in Philadelphia.
No, I don't believe that either. I mean, I think it's this is going to be a good series. I think this is an important game because they're really pitching-wise, I'm sure their mindset is if I can get by this game, then they can go back to Strider and then obviously Fried. But if we can win this game today, which I believe we can, then I think we'll be in the driver's seat.
Larry, let me ask you, what was your thought on the play at the end? Obviously it was talked about a lot on the radio yesterday. Bryce Harper rounding second before Michael Harris makes the catch, and then obviously the double play at the first inning or at the first base. What were your thoughts on the decision by Harper to be that aggressive?
Well, we know Harp's aggressive on the base pass, which, that's how you want your players to play. Obviously, I think that if it was a do-over, he could go right to the bag at second, because if he stands right there by the bag or even a step around the bag and sees the catch made, he's able to get back. If the ball should drop and he's still there, I really believe with his speed he could have scored. Mm-hmm. I think he got too far out. He thought he read the ball better than he did. And let's face it, he made a great play in center field. And then Riley, backing up the play, even made a greater play. So if it was a do-over, not go as far around the bag, he was almost halfway between second and third, and it's very difficult to get back. But like I said, Harris made a great play, and Riley finished it off. But that's not what lost the game. What lost the game, we left a lot of runners on base.
Yep.
You can't leave 11 runners. In these playoff games, you have to take advantage of every opportunity you get. And we've been grinding at bats really good. We just didn't come up with a big hit. And it was just a matter of time for that team. They've hit home runs all year. And we got to keep them in the ballpark. I think that's the biggest thing. Keep them in the ballpark, make them hit singles and doubles. But I don't know. I like our bats. The fact that we got that much traffic out there at the last game. I really like the direction we're headed in offensively. I've noticed that there's been 3 teams that had a week off. Atlanta, which has not hit really. They got 4 hits the other night. Baltimore, off a week. They didn't swing the bats at all. The Dodgers, off a week. They didn't swing the bats at all. So I really believe that week off is good for pitchers. It's not good for hitters. And I think that New York has to take a longer look at this. There's too many days in between. And I know that they want everyone to watch baseball and everything, but there's too many days off, believe me.
Now, it like you said, it helps the pitchers, and the days off in between also helps out Aaron Nola, who's on the mound tonight. I got to ask you, his last game against the Marlins, it wasn't the typical Nola start where it was 10, 11 strikeouts. Instead, it was 3 strikeouts, and it looked like he pitched to contact. Do you see a similar approach tonight against the Braves?
I'm all in on that. Nola, if he gets his strikeouts, he's going to get strikeouts. But I would just as soon him throw the sinker and the backdoor cutter and let him hit the ball on the ground, make plays. I think for the most part, his last 2 or 3 starts have been outstanding. And I have all the confidence in the world in him tonight. Now, this is a tough lineup to get through, but also on the other side of the coin, our lineup's very difficult to get through. So there might be some runs scored here. I don't know how important the shadows are going to be at 5 o'clock. If the shadows are out there for a while, there's probably not going to be a lot of hitting the first 2 or 3, and it's hard to pick up spin. Again, I don't know what the shadow situation is going to be at 5:07 when this first pitch is to be thrown.
Jeff Hoffman, he comes out. The game's been spectacular all season long and gives up the 2-run home run, the go-ahead home run to Austin Riley, and it sucks. As a manager, would you, if needed, go back to him tonight just to basically say, hey, you're still my guy, I still have confidence in you?
He's done a good job all year. He made a mistake on a slider. Mm-hmm. I personally, he's throwing the fastball right by him, and the slider, which is his best pitch, he just left it too much on the plate. But yeah, I would definitely go back to him. He's done a great job. You can't punish a guy or say, I'm not going to use him here, because if you go back and look at his work all year long, he's done a great job. So, and I don't think Tom's would hesitate at all if a situation arose where he needed a strikeout, big right-handed hitter up there. I think he would call on him in a minute.
Yeah, I related it to last year with Connor Brogdon. Remember, Brogdon did not pitch well in Game 2 against the Braves, and I know they had a decent lead in Game 3, but Thompson goes, you know what? I'm going with the kid again. And then we saw what that did for his confidence the rest of the playoff run.
Well, we know one thing, that Thompson's very patient. He's very loyal, and if a guy's pitched all year to get us where we're at, I see no reason at all why he wouldn't go to him again.
Now, Larry, the beauty of a 5 and a 7-game playoff series is sometimes there's extra storylines. Did you see the comments by Brave shortstop Orlando Arcia?
I saw it. I think you get caught up in the moment. You're happy you won the game. If you need motivation now, whatever side you're on, you're in trouble. I mean, maybe we can use it for motivation, but I don't think Harp could care less about that. I look for him to have a monster game here today, not because of the base run, because we're coming back home. We're facing, it might be a bullpen game for the Braves. They still haven't really announced officially who's pitching, but I see our team coming out and scoring some runs tonight.
Now, Larry, before I let you go, and I always appreciate the time, you come on, you're great. I'll get your predictions second, but first, you've talked about the Philadelphia fans in the past, and you are a Philadelphian at this point, and I love how much you're a part of this organization, how much you love the Philadelphia fans. Talk about what you expect to see at Citizens Bank Park tonight with 46,000 lunatics, and I say lunatics with love.
It's going to be, if some of those Brave players, most of them have already been through this. They know what to expect, but if they haven't, they're in for a rude awakening because it's unbelievable the energy that the fans bring in playoff time, whether it's the Sixers, whether it's the Phillies, whether it's the Eagles, the Flyers. It really doesn't matter. It's a different energy than any place I've ever been. I've been in Boston where the Yankees play Boston. I've been in St. Louis where St. Louis play the Cubs. The Dodgers play the Giants. It's completely different. We can sit here and talk about this all day long until you've actually gone through it. You have no idea what they're in for. And it is definitely, and I've never said this publicly, but I never thought there was a home field advantage in baseball, but I definitely think there's one here in Philadelphia. They're going to be on their feet from the first pitch to the last pitch. And I was just in Atlanta, and usually when they have the introductions, sometimes you can't hear yourself talk.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with about 3 or 4 people and didn't miss a word. So if they think that was loud, they're in for a big surprise tonight.
Oh, I love that. That's great. All right, Larry. Bo Adamas, his aunt calls you. How's tonight play out?
I'm gonna say this: we need to win this game tonight. If we win this game tonight, the series is over. This is a big game, and I'm not saying if we lose this game we can't win, but you're gonna have to face Strider again, who's got great stuff, and we're not going to be able to get Wheeler back out there unless there is a Game 5. But I'm going to say the Phillies are going to win this thing in 5 games. I think this thing's going to go 5 games.
All right.
I think the Phillies are going to win it. I want to get Wheeler back on the hill. He's been throwing unreal. He's locked in right now. And I saw what I saw in Fried in Atlanta. I just think, missing as much time as he has with the blister, I think if it goes to a Game 5 that we will take care of business in Atlanta. It doesn't matter where we play. But with Wheeler against Fried, I'll take Wheeler anytime. But this is a big game tonight. We got to win this game tonight.
Absolutely, Larry. Thank you so much for the time. I appreciate it. Enjoy yourself tonight. I know you'll be at the ballpark. And go Phils, and we'll be talking to you before the NLCS.
Sounds good. All right, take care.
There he is, Larry Boa, the great Larry Boa on the Comcast Business Hotline. It is 11 o'clock. It's time now for the Vault.
When we began opening this vault nearly 2 hours ago, we had no real idea what we'd find inside. As it turns out, we haven't found very much.
Vault presented by Golden Nugget Jewelers, where Philly gets engaged. Ray, what do you got for us today?
All right, it's a pivotal game in a series with the Braves, and I decided it's time to celebrate both the anniversary and get you hyped up for a big pivotal win that the Phillies had against the Braves. And everyone, he's going to go with Game 3 last year. No, I'm not. Game 5, 1993 was played on this date, October 11th, 1993. Let's let them set the stage for you of what was a big, big matchup in a series that was tied 2-2.
CBS Sports welcomes you to Atlanta Fulton County Stadium for Game 5 of the National League Championship Series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Atlanta. I'm Sean McDonough along with Tim McCarver, and it's great to have you with us for Game 5. This series is indeed dead even at 2 wins apiece following last night's thrilling 2-1 victory for Philadelphia. A game featured by 26 men left on base, a league championship series record. And it was one of those nights when the little plays were really the big plays.
Yeah, Sean, it said that in baseball, if you do the routine things routinely and you have the talent, you're going to win your fair share of the games. Well, the Phillies last night, they messed up 2 routine plays, but it took a spectacular play by Mitch Williams in the ninth to bail them out.
I love that lead up. I miss Tim McCarver so much. You played something with McCarver yesterday. It was the Pat Burrell in the World Series, and somebody tweeted at me saying, I think it was Jared, our man Jared from Omaha, saying, man, I miss McCarver, and I do too. He was great. But what a great scene setter leading up to a big game like that.
Well, they set the scene beautifully because right from the jump, the Phillies got all over the Braves. It's John Kruk in the first inning with a big-time double.
Before Game 1, John Kruk was asked to talk about Steve Avery, and this is a direct quote. He's 16 years old, throws 95 miles per hour, great breaking ball, great changeup, and he throws everything for strikes. Other than that, he's nothing special. Well, I guess he's actually 18 now. I don't think he shaves yet. He makes me feel old when I get out there. That's down the right field line and a fair ball. Justice on the warning track has to play it off the wall. Duncan is being waved in. Lemke with the relay throw to the plate, not in time. And the Phillies lead 1-0 on a double by John Kruk.
That's great. Krucker coming up big. Saw him at the golf outing yesterday, driving by. Looked good. Probably the worst part about playoff baseball is not, hearing him on the TV broadcast. That's the worst part about playoff baseball. But man, that's a nice little start. Game 5. I would like an early start for the Phillies offense. A little bomb in the first action today.
And that would be nice. An early start would be really nice. What would also be nice is the Braves beating themselves. Ron Gant's going to be someone that gets victimized in this vault. He gets a fly ball out here in left field later in this game, and he certainly does not do the most to make this catch.
1-0 on Pete Incaviglia. Avery struck out Incaviglia to end the first. Steve is now fan 5. And Incaviglia lifts a high drive to deep left. Gant looking back at the wall, and now with his back against the wall, he couldn't get it. Incaviglia on his way to third. Nixon had to track it down, and he's safe at third. A ball that could have been caught by Gant. He didn't even leap after putting his back against the wall. And it appeared to hit off the wall just above his glove.
I'm not sure he saw that ball all the way. I think he lost the ball somewhere. He checks the wall here, and now when he looks up, it appears now he's feeling back for the wall, and then he didn't jump. No, it looked like he followed it all the way, but he didn't jump, and the ball bounds off the wall. Nixon was backing up the play.
I remember an outfielder for the Braves last year not making much of an effort. And that led to an inside-the-park home run for JT Realmuto. Maybe we see a little bit about that tonight, too.
Why not? Let's keep the tradition going here of Braves outfielders doing that. Wes Chamberlain would end up bringing in the run there, making it 2-0 in favor of the Phillies. I'll take you all the way to the top of the ninth. Darren Dalton coming up to the dish, a chance to add to the Phillies' lead. And here's how it sounds.
He's making his third appearance in this series, and Dalton lifts one to deep right. Justice on the run, looking up, home run. Dalton's first home run and first RBI in the series. And the Phillies lead 3-0. A little more breathing room for Kurt Schilling in the ninth.
Dalton has been on base 7 times in the last 2 games. It looked like he was looking for the changeup up in the zone.
Big hit by Dutch. It was beautiful the other day. We were at the Darren Dalton Foundation golf outing, 10th annual. So great to hear. Big highlight for Darren Dalton in that situation. I mean, I feel great for tonight's game. I feel absolutely great, and I think we kind of get a similar result where it's all Phillies the whole game.
Well, it was all Phillies the whole game. Braves come back, bottom of the ninth, tied up at 3.
Who cares?
Lenny Dykstra, top of the 10th, steps to the plate and delivers this.
Full count on Dykstra. Bowlers will face Mariano Duncan next. 3-3 the score with 1 out in the top of the 10th. Fastball lifted to right. Well hit. Nixon at the wall. Home run, Lenny Dykstra.
All right, Nails with the big home run there.
So I leave that part in there because remember, this is a game in Atlanta. And I know we talk all the time about taking over. I'm really curious why there was so much cheering in Atlanta for a 10th inning Lenny Dykstra
Because
home run.
they're fraudulent fans. There's no such thing as a real Braves fan.
Yeah, it's just odd, very odd. And I mentioned
they're there for like the event.
Yes, they're there just to see it. Yeah, of course. Now, I mentioned Ron Gant was going to be victimized in this vault. Makes the big error, obviously, earlier on. And then he's up to face Larry Anderson for the final out right now.
2 outs and the base is empty in the bottom of the 10th. The 1-2 to game. He struck him out. And the Phillies have taken a 3-2 lead, and they'll take that advantage back to Philadelphia.
Attaboy, LA. Not even watching, I'm sure it was a slider. He didn't throw no heat. Nothing but sliders. Larry Anderson. Big win for the Phils there. That's great. And it's a pivotal moment. Like you said, it was a series tied at 2. Tonight, the series is tied at 1 in a best-of-5. Winner will be 1 win away from the NLCS, and I believe it'll be the Phillies tonight. And then we get set for tomorrow. I want to hear from you all day long today. It's 610-632-0975 as we get fired up for tonight's game. Now, coming up next, Jeff McClain, by the way, is now at 1 o'clock, so he will not be on at 11:30. So more Phillies talk next. And we have just found out who the starting pitcher for the Braves will be tonight. I'll tell you about it next, right here, 97.5 The Fanatic. Now let me tell you about my friends at FanDuel Sportsbook. I love FanDuel. I just have so much fun with FanDuel Sportsbook. Always put in all kinds of bets, whether it's baseball, whether it's football. And you can snap in action this NFL season with FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge, America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place a $5 bet. That's $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time to get in on all the action. Just visit FanDuel.com/Fanatic. The app is super easy to use. There's a wide range of betting options, including spreads and player props, over-unders, and more. I love the anytime touchdown props. We got a Thursday night game coming up between the Chiefs and the Broncos, which is pretty ugly, but obviously there's going to be a touchdown at some point, so you can look at the props. Cortland Sutton could be a touchdown for Denver if they do get into the end zone. So visit FanDuel.com/Fanatic and kick off the NFL season. FanDuel, the official partner of the NFL. You got to be 21 plus. President PA. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued is now withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fanatic Sports Update.
So wait for Game 3. I'm Ray Dunn. This update is brought to you by PJ Whelihan's new happy hour featuring $5 wings, bone-in or boneless, and your favorite sips. $4 PGW Copper Lager, $6 vodka seltzers, and a $7 Orange Crush every Monday through Friday from 4 to 6. The Phillies try to bounce back from their Game 2 loss against Atlanta in the NLDS with the series all knotted up at 1 right now. Phillies lost 5-4 on Monday night. Game 3 of the Braves tonight at Citizens Bank Park, 5:07 start time. Aaron Nola on the mound for the Phillies. We'll let you know who's on the mound for Atlanta coming up next. Phillies beat the Braves in Game 3 of last year's NLDS. Rhys Hoskins and Bryce Harper powered the Phillies to a 9-1 victory. Larry Boa joined the show just this last segment. Talk all things Phillies. You'll be able to catch that conversation one more time at 97.5 thefanatic.com. Matt Breen will join the show at 12:30 to preview the game and talk about the series so far. Eagles and Jets at MetLife on Sunday at 4:25. Eagles 5-0 for the fourth-time franchise history, coming off a 23-14 win over the Rams. Jets coming off a 31-21 win over the Broncos, off to a 2-3 start. Eagles hope the 21-day practice window for linebacker Nakobe Dean to return from a foot injury. Jeff McClain will join the show at 1 o'clock to talk all things Birds. This update is also brought to you by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit organization, helps develop better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. Info at positivecoach.org. Keep it locked here for the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
97.5 The Fanatic presents Kelly Green Cash. It's your chance to win $1,000 cash 5 times a day. Every week, listen at 8, 10, noon, 3, and 5 for your chance to win $1,000 cash. And every Fanatic winner in our company-wide contest will also win a brand new 2023 Birds Kelly Green jersey. 97.5 The Fanatic's Kelly Green Cash. Every weekday at 8, 10, noon, 3, and 5. Presented by Rand Spear, the accident lawyer. Demand Rand. Call 1-800-90-LEGAL and 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
This is the lunch rush at your local deli. Orders are flying in. Online, on the phone, and in person.
Order for Nick.
So is it possible that fast internet could help your business outrun the rush? It is with Comcast Business. Up-leveling your speed with gig speed Wi-Fi, powering all your devices, and fast downloads and uploads, powered by the next generation 10G network. With Comcast Business, next level speed isn't just possible, it's happening. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with fast speeds and advanced security for $39 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Plus, ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call or go online to learn more. Ends 11/12/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and automatic payments. New 50 megabits per second internet and security edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and compatible router.
He could go all the way! A 100-yard kickoff return!
In football, the special teams unit is the team's unsung hero. While they may be on the field only 20% of the time, special teams have an outsized impact on the game. In business, when tech problems interfere with productivity and prevent growth, Philly area CEOs and business owners sub in the special teams unit from Graffin Business Systems for managed IT services and comprehensive tech support for the win. Whether you need help with upgrading your infrastructure, server network support, cloud services, cybersecurity, or voice over IP, Graffin will put together a game plan that will keep your organization in the win column. From strategy to planning to implementation and beyond, Graffin keeps businesses going, and that's no bull. Put Graffin's IT special teams to work for your business at Graffin.com. That's GRAFFEN.com.
My daughter is normally a little goofball, but after a bad night's sleep, she's too tired to be anything. That's why I trust Pure Z's Kids. Pure Z's Kids is mindfully formulated just for kids. Their non-habit forming, drug-free products help my daughter fall asleep naturally, giving her the rest to be her best.
I'm a dinosaur.
Her best dinosaur.
Pure Z's Kids, for ages 4 and up when needed. Explore our products at zquill.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
My name is Jim Conroy, and I am the CEO at Boot Barn. As we celebrate 45 years supporting the Western community, we have been reflecting on the American Cowboys' incredible influence on our nation. Through tenacity and grit, they persevere to keep the Cowboy legacy alive while feeding families across the world. It speaks to the strength and spirit of our country, and we are honored to support this proud heritage. Thank you for sharing the West with us for 45 years.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey.
I just had the best experience. My daughter went to the doctor and everything she needed was covered.
Everything?
What insurance do you have?
Kids Partners, the CHIP plan from Jefferson Health Plans. It covers doctor and dentist appointments, ER visits, prescriptions, and more. Plus, my daughter can also get a new pair of glasses. They even offer free gym memberships.
Visit hpplans.com or call 866-599-0809 to learn more about Kids Partners, a part of Jefferson Health Plans.
Now is not the time to call it quits on your lawn maintenance. Fall's actually the time to give your lawn a little extra love. So that come spring, you're going to have that lush green lawn that you covet. Well, Paul B. Moyer & Sons in Doylestown and Jamison, PA has been providing weekend DIYers and professional landscapers with outdoor power equipment, parts, and repairs for nearly 100 years. If you've been considering a zero-turn mower, look no further than a Gravely zero-turn that's guaranteed to mow the distance. Shop in-store or online at my friends, paulbmoyer.com.
Philly sports fans, the energy of the city. 97.5, The Fanatic.
97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Salchunas, broadcasting live from PJ Willands in Maple Shade, Route 38. The doors are starting to open, and I'm expecting the sea of red to come in any second now. I already see one red Philly shirt in front of me, worn by Bob Cooney, who is in the building. Hi, Bob. How you doing? How's your water? Good? Good. Yeah, it's good. That's good. Right before last segment ended, it was announced who the Game 3 starter will be for the Atlanta Braves. And, Ray, it is that Bryce Elder. And I saw a great tweet from someone. Man, I lost it. I wish I still had it in front of me. It was Bob Wankel, my buddy Bob, who I've read his tweets over the last couple of days. He says, nothing says confidence like taking an extra 2 days to start the guy everyone thought you were starting all along. I think that's a great tweet. Now, unless Elder probably knew about it, but I don't know, all this stuff in the media of we're going to take everything into account and who can handle the situation the best. And so maybe Bryce Elder has in the back of his mind of, oh, man, I better be good because it was between me and a 20-year-old kid in a bullpen game. But Bryce Elder getting the start for the Phillies. I'll give you more numbers on Elder versus the Phillies in his career later on in the show. But I just want to bring you back to September 20th, the last time he pitched against the Phillies. Elder, 3 2/3, 3 hits, 5 walks, 4 earned runs. So here's the deal. The Phillies, can be a patient group. And if he's not around the zone, they will kill him with walks. And then maybe today, Bryce Elder goes, man, I can't walk 5 batters like I did last time. I'm going to live around the zone. And that's when they attack. And I love that Elder is a right-handed pitcher. So, we'll see what ends up happening with Marsh, but Schwarber is looking dead red fastball, first pitch of the ball game. Bryce Harper is going to be ready to attack anything that Elder comes with him. So I am fired up. This makes me even more excited. Bryce Elder stinks. All right, we'll just say it at that. Bryce Elder stinks. He's no Spencer Strider, he's no Max Fried, even though, the Phillies got the Fried anyway. But Bryce Elder is a guy that you can absolutely beat. And I said this yesterday. It didn't matter if it was Elder, Smith Shawver, Tom Sawyer, whatever the hell his name is, or the bullpen. Aaron Nola has the advantage in this pitching matchup. And that makes me feel even better. Now that I officially know who the Game 3 starter will be, I feel even more confident about tonight's game. I want to hear from you crazy lunatic Phillies fans. 610-632-0975. Ray, now that we know Elder's on the mound, it's got to make you feel a little bit better, too.
We ain't losing.
No, damn right.
I feel great. I mean, I felt pretty great about whoever they were going to throw out there. They're just basically food for this lineup tonight. Whoever it is out there on the mound, this lineup was going to get to, and I feel really good about that. We have the advantage of the pitching matchup for the Phils, and that's really all you can ask for coming off of what you're coming off of right here. 1-1 in your own ballpark. We're going to be fired up. Team's obviously going to be, and you're going to have a chance to attack one of these guys. I was with you with the Schwarber getting it started. I think the party's going to get started early with him. Yeah, I mean, look, here comes, that Kyle Schwarber sits there dead red. We saw it with Strider just the other night, and it was just short of a home run. So I feel comfortable that might be the case again. Going back to that last start where the Phillies beat the Braves in extra innings, Elder walked Kyle Schwarber to start, walked Trey Turner, and then, unfortunately, it was a double play by Bryce Harper, which I don't expect that to happen tonight. If Bryce Harper, depending on what the lineup is, if Bryce Harper's coming up to bat with 2 guys on, he's not grounding into a double play. But then Alec Boehm
got into it early. He got a base hit. It was a 1-0 lead in the first inning for the Phillies. So I would like that. Then they put up a 2-spot in the fourth inning. There was a solo home run by Nick Castellanos, by the way, in the second inning of that game. And then the 4-spot, Nick Castellanos hit a second home run. It was a 2-run shot that scored Brandon Marsh. So Nick Castellanos, how about that? A guy to keep an eye on for tonight's game. Castellanos, last time he saw Elder, had some success against them. And that's the righty-righty matchup.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you, with this lineup, are a right-handed pitcher and you can't get the righties in this lineup out, good luck. It's going to be a really long day for you because Schwarber's going to work you, Harper's going to work you, Stott is most certainly going to work you. They will take you deep into counts, and they will most likely victimize you at some point. As a right-handed pitcher, if you can't take advantage of some of the tendencies of some of the right-handed bats in this lineup, forget it. You're not going to be able to get deep into this game, and that's a massive part of what the next 2 days will be for this team. If they get into that Braves bullpen early in this one, it's even more pressure on Strider coming into a situation where, joking or not, you've already made yourself very clear about how you stand and how you feel about fans. And I think that's a massive, massive piece of tonight. If they get to Elder early, the floodgates could open up on this series.
Yeah, especially with the bullpen that it's not very deep for Atlanta. They only have like 2 lefties in the bullpen. So if you can get to them early and they have to use their arms, there's no day off after today. It's not like last time where, the Phillies could go 5 1/3 innings going with the bullpen game after Ranger Suarez because they had the day off the next day. There's no day off after today. And then it's going to be even more pressure on Spencer Strider to have to go deep into the ball game because they might not be able to rely on their pen tomorrow. So get after Elder early, get him out of the game early, get the bullpen involved early, and that could go a long way for the Phillies. And by the way, if you get to Elder early, that means Aaron Nola has run support early on, and I think that goes a long way for him and his confidence. Now, I got to ask the question. I'm supremely confident. Like, I'm almost ready to say, see you tomorrow, and it's clincher day. Is anybody else at that? I'll ask the audience at 610-632-0975. Is anybody else in that, state of mind like I am? I know that you can't look past games. I know that the Braves have a very good line, but I know that Aaron Nola has been up and down this year. But is there other Phillies fans that are kind of like, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow? Because I feel great. I know that Game 2 sucked, man. It did. It really did. And it brought a damper across all of Philadelphia. We were at the watch party, and the place was buzzing for like 2 hours. And then all of a sudden, it just, we got the carpet pulled from underneath us. And that was it. And we were all miserable. And then we all drove home miserable or walked home miserable or Ubered home miserable. And then we had to come in the next day and do that and do the show. And, we're miserable until Orlando Arcia, those comments came out. But, I am in a state of supreme confidence. And I'm not even Mr. Nola guy like you are, Ray.
Yeah. You can only imagine where I'm at right now, how good I'm feeling, because I'm Mr. Nola guy right now. He's right. Somebody's going to pay that man. Someone's throwing money around for that man the way he's going to perform tonight and the way he is going to put this team in position to lock up this series. That's just truly how I feel. I know last week I was telling you I was speaking it into existence. I don't even know how much I'm speaking into existence. I think he's found something where he feels comfortable. He's ready to go. There was a quote yesterday. I think he was saying he's addicted to playing postseason baseball. He appreciates this moment. As much as we talk so much about where he's at mentally when he's out there on the mound, I think there's a great appreciation for how long it took for him to get here, how long it took for this organization to get here, and the realization of, yeah, this all could be over in an instant. Let me go out there and pitch my you-know-what off to keep us in that space.
Yeah, and I think he will. I think he will. I think you did a great job speaking it into existence, and I think a lot of people are on your side. I think those last 3 starts really helped out a lot of people, and I love that. So I just want to know, are other people in that state of mind as me and Ray right now that it's almost like, yeah, I'm not going to look past Game 3, but, man, am I ready for Elimination Day tomorrow when the Phillies have a 2-1 series lead. Let's go to the phones. Let's talk to Dan in Swedesboro. Dan, you're on the Fanatic.
Hey, good afternoon or good morning.
What's up, Dan?
I'm as positive as you. I have one concern.
Okay.
And that's if Trey Turner has the yips in the field.
Nah, you know what? Look, that was a bad error, the first one. It was a really bad error. The second one, to me, was just laziness and a mental error, right? I don't think it's because all of a sudden he stinks. He doesn't know how to catch a short hop. I think that was laziness. I don't think he understood the situation, who was rounding third base at the time, and Ronald Acuna, a guy with 73 stolen bases. That was just a dumb play. It was a lazy play, and I'm sure Rob Thompson spoke to him after the game and said, "Yo, dude, it's the playoffs. You know, you can't that can't happen." And I'm expecting him to come back and bounce back today.
Yeah, you got to watch. If he comes back, we're golden.
Yeah, I mean, I feel great now. What's your plans for the night, Dan?
Typical. We have family over. We watch it at our house outside. It's a perfect night out, and then going to the game tomorrow with a win.
Oh, you're going tomorrow?
Yeah.
I will see you there, Dan.
Okay, or to close it out.
Damn right. He didn't seem that excited to see me there.
No.
He was just like, okay.
Maybe, hey, Dan, I'll see you there.
Yeah, it's
He's
okay.
going to give you a little side eye. Oh, yeah, I think that's the guy I talked to on the radio.
That was yelling and screaming, all excited after game one. That guy. That's all right. Whatever. Let's go to Mike on the cell. Mike, you're on the Fanatic.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, Mike?
Oh, nothing, man. Just so psyched for tonight. I think, obviously it was kind of a letdown, but, we wanted a game down there. We got it. We can shut them out home. I think that Nola just locks them down tonight. I think Nola is pitching to retire as a Philly tonight. If he locks them down and gives us another strong postseason outing, I can't imagine we don't give him a nice little hometown contract and let him retire a Phil. The guy has been around forever. He's been an inning-eating horse since he's been here. I think, he's had a little bit of an off year, but the guy still, I think maybe Galen and one other guy in the American League had 8 more innings than him this year.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean...
Oh, he's an innings eater. That's always been the case with Nola.
Yeah, and in today's world, man, guys don't pitch 200 innings, and he does. And it's not like the old days of Bob Gibson and Nolan Ryan and Steve Carlton. These guys they're bred to pitch 5 or 6 innings. It just is what it is. There's so many middle relievers in baseball, and I really think if Nola can give our guys a rest in the bullpen and give us 6 1/3, 6 2/3, somewhere in that neck of the woods, and keep them down to 1 run, I think we can get to this other guy early. I'm like you. I'm super excited.
Oh, dude, I think the Phillies have a run after the bottom of the first inning. I'll say this. I will be disappointed if they don't have a run after the bottom of the first inning.
I agree. And I think that the 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position, I just think at home, I can't see that. These guys love playing in that park. They feel like the fans are one of their teammates in the dugout. And, if that doesn't get them fired up and get their bats swinging nice and smooth with no pressure, nothing will. And 8-2 at home in the postseason in that building is impossible to argue with. And the Braves, say what you want, without a couple of mistakes, they were playing scared, and we had them the other night, and we made a couple critical errors at critical times. But we should be up 2-0 right now, and the Braves know that, and they know that very well.
Yeah, the Phillies lost game 2, and thanks for the call, brother. I appreciate it. The Phillies lost game 2. That was not the Braves came back and won. I know they did, and I know Austin Riley had the big home run where he only had one hand on the bat when he hit it, which is just brute strength. But the Phillies had every opportunity to put that game away and put it away early, and they just couldn't do it. They came up small with runners in scoring position. 11 guys left on base. You heard Larry Boa say, Larry even said, look, Bryce Harper didn't lose in the game at the end there, which we were saying that yesterday. But it was leaving 11 guys on base is why you lost that game. But all I can think about tonight is Bryce Elder, this pitcher who's not very good, by the way. It's not like he's had that great of a season. Good first half, has slowed down the second half. I don't think he's going to come into Philadelphia and all of a sudden shut down the crowd. This 24-year-old who's going to be stepping into Citizens Bank Park with 46,000 lunatics. And I looked up his numbers, his splits home and away this year. He's 7-1 in Atlanta this year with a 3.61 ERA. His ERA on the road is 4.05. So that jumps up, all right? His strikeout to walk ratio is lower, not as many strikeouts. His whip is higher, okay? All his numbers are worse on the road. And so he's going to come into Citizens Bank Park He's already not that great pitching on the road, and now he's pitching on the road in a playoff atmosphere where it's not like a normal day during the regular season where guys aren't up and making noise constantly. He will be hearing the noise nonstop, start to finish. It's up to Aaron Nola to get a quiet top of the first inning. Well, not quiet. Quiet in terms of the Braves do nothing, and then Citizens Bank Park is rocking, so that at the start of the bottom of the first inning, it is just continuous. Like, I don't want the noise to stop in between the top and the bottom of the first inning. I want Bryce Elder doing his warm-up pitches on the mound, hearing screaming Phillies fans, okay? Whoever runs the soundboard and the Fanavision at Citizens Bank Park, I want you to play some sort of music that gets everybody screaming nonstop. Ray, do you think you can get that message across for me?
Yeah, I'll try my best. We'll make a few phone calls back here about getting that up for you. But
I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's something as weak as Welcome to the Jungle, because that's such a go-to like hockey song that, let's get the crowd going. I don't care, because you know whatever is played, Philadelphia fans are going to go nuts tonight, and I want his warm-up pitches to be nerve-wracking. I want him to be anxious during his warm-up pitches. Make that happen. Let's go to Adam in Fishtown. Adam, you're on the Fanatic.
Hey, guys, I think the whole key, first of all, it's going to be a win tonight. That park is going to be rocking. There's no way Atlanta can come back from it. What I'm worried about is Game 4. Who are we putting on the mound? How are we going to close them out? And Atlanta showed me something on Monday night. They showed that even when they're down, they're going to crawl back up.
Of course, and that's why they were the best team record-wise in Major League Baseball this year. But the Phillies, I don't think the Braves, it's the whole like, who won the game or did somebody lose the game? I think the Phillies lost Game 2, and I think they had every opportunity to put their foot on the throats of the Braves. They couldn't do it. They didn't come through. I expect that to happen in their home ballpark tonight. I don't think the Braves have that kind of a comeback today.
No, but who are we putting on the mound from Game 4?
I would imagine it's Suarez again, but here's the deal. Rob Thompson's going to have to be honest with Suarez because he did not tell him what the game plan was, and Suarez then came out like shocked. If I'm Rob Thompson, I'm going to have to tell Ranger Suarez exactly what the game plan is so that he's not going out there second-guessing as he's pitching.
Yeah, I wonder if you just say, hey, Ranger, go 5. I mean, and then, the Braves are thinking he's going to come out any minute, and he's not.
Maybe I say Suarez go until you're done, or 2 times through the order or something like that. Remember last year they did that with Noah Syndergaard. Well, Ranger Suarez is better than Syndergaard. He can do his second time through the order.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. And Christopher Sanchez can do the same thing, bro.
Yeah, he could. I mean, I don't know if they go Sanchez in that spot. And thanks for the call, Adam. I really don't. Unless Topper goes, look, they saw Suarez already. Maybe I want to give them a different look. We've talked about the numbers for Braves hitters against left-handed pitching. It's better than right-handed pitching, even though they were dominant against right-handed pitching too. Ray and I have kind of been on the same boat with the Taijuan Walker thing. I wouldn't go with him because I don't think my mental health can take it. So it's really Suarez, Lorenzen, or Christopher Sanchez. And if I'm going confidence level, how many times have we talked about Ranger Suarez being cool and calm and collected in any outing? Even if he gives up a 6 spot in one outing, I feel good that he's going to be good out there the next time. And so I would still go with Ranger Suarez in Game 4, Ray.
Oh, easily. I'm easily going Ranger Suarez. And I think this time the conversation is, hey, we did everything we could to go get one on the road. Guess what, Ranger? We're giving you the ball in the game that could lock this one up. Go out there and do your thing, and we're going to trust you in this one. I think that's the conversation from Rob Thompson. Like, basically, we were trying to steal one. That was the game plan. It had nothing to do with you. It just had to do with the way we wanted to attack them. Now it's your game, your time. Shine for us right now and get us to the next round. If it goes the way we want to tonight, that would be the conversation I would have if I was Rob Thompson.
Now, Ray, I'll be honest. I don't even want to go to this. But Phillies fans, I need you to listen closely to this next caller because we got an enemy in our state. Michael in Pennsylvania. What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
You guys probably ain't going to like what I'm going to say.
No, probably not.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, you got to speak what you feel and you got to speak the truth. You guys are going that the Phillies fans have lost. They gave the game to the Atlanta Braves. And what game did you give to the Braves? I know Turner had an error and what's-his-name made a running, but Atlanta Braves hit your best pitches. They hit your relievers. They hit your best starter.
Yeah, they hit Zach Wheeler after he had a no-hitter through 5.
Yeah,
and then he was clearly the velocity. Now let me ask something, Michael. Like, why do you care? Are you a Braves fan? You one of those losers that show up 3 innings into a game?
Not. Nope. I'm just sick of the Philly fans because they're a bunch of idiots. That's why.
Oh, who are you a fan of?
Chicago Cubs.
Oh, the Chicago Cubs. Wait, what series are they playing in?
They're playing in undersetting home, but the point is...
Oh, that's right, because they suck, and you suck. Get out of here. You're trying to call Philadelphia fans idiots. Meanwhile, you're calling in, oh, the Phillies didn't give up game 2. The Braves won that one. Your Cubs blow, dude. They blew it down the stretch. They had every opportunity to get in the playoffs. And I remember all the national media, oh, look out the Cubs. That's going to be the fun team that gets in the playoffs. Nobody's going to want to face the Cubs. And what did they do? They wet themselves, and they did not make it. I got Mike Vito next to me doing the choking symbol. They choked. They did not make it to the playoffs. And now you, as a loser Cubs fan, feel like you have the right to call into this radio station and call out Phillies fans and call Phillies fans idiots? You're the idiot for even wasting your time. Why would you wait on hold to call in and talk about a team that you shouldn't even care about? You're calling in talking about the Braves. What, are you going to bow down to the Braves? Like, that's weak. That is so weak. Oh, man, I'm rooting for the Braves. Like, I was in Tampa a few weeks ago for the Eagles-Buccaneers game, and there was a loser Bucs fan that sat next to me and went, I can't wait for you guys to watch play the 49ers. That's what you care about? How about you focus on your own team? I got this guy, Michael, living in Pennsylvania, who's a Cubs fan, calling in and trying to push this narrative that the Phillies lost game 2 and the Braves are a better team. Get out of here. What do you, like, you should just go play tiddlywinks or something because your team's not even in it. What's the point of watching baseball anymore for you? Your team sucks. Okay? They had one nice little run with Joe Madden, the most overrated baseball manager of all time other than Gabe Kapler. Kick rocks. God, like, I can't be here on an island, Ray. I need the Phillies fans, man. I need them at 610-632-0975. We got a lot coming up still. Matt Breen joins the show at 12:30. Jeff McClain joins the show at 1 to talk about the 5-0 Eagles. I bet you he's a Chicago Bears fan. Wow, how's that going for you loser? I got the 5-0 Birds. I got the Phillies 2 wins away from the NLCS. But I don't want to be out on an island here. See, I need more energy from the fighting fans tonight. The Phillies fans, I need a little bit of energy. I know that you're waiting. It's the calm before the storm. But you know what? I'm going to let loose from now until 5:07 throughout the ball game up until tomorrow night when I'm going to be in the ballpark with Ray Dunn. Maybe not together, but we'll both be in the same building, Ray. And I expect to be just going nuts for the next 48 hours.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm ready to go for the next 2 days. All the energy right now that you just brought to that guy, we need to bring to everyone else and put into this Phillies team tonight. I don't know what his deal is, why he's showing up here, why he feels like
who are you?
You're not invited to this party.
Go get a job. Like, go do something. Like, why are you calling in as a Cubs fan?
Find a hobby.
God, unbelievable. Anyways, 610-632-0975. So coming up, I'll give you more numbers from Bryce Elder and his career against the Phillies batters. I will also give you the numbers of Aaron Nola against the Braves hitters, okay? Because that's something important as well. We're expecting Aaron Nola to go out there and have a good day. So I'll give you the numbers of Aaron Nola against the Braves. Also, your next chance to win $1,000 comes your way at 12, so we'll do that. And also, after we give out the cash contest, the keyword, Ray Dunn went back. You and Silvana did a great job. Went back to Game 3 last year. Phillies, Braves. Phillies v. Strider. Nola v. Strider. After we give out the cash contest, we will relive that Game 3. And I expect it to be a similar result tonight. Can't wait to play that for you next. 610-632-0975. I'm Andrew Salchunas, broadcasting live from P.J. Willihan's in Maple Shade, New Jersey on Route 38. This is 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
So wait for Game 3. I'm Ray Dunn. This update is brought to you by Corona. Join Andrew Salchunas, Pat Egan, and Corona tonight at 5 p.m. for a playoff watch party at Patty Wax on South Street in Philly. Enjoy $5 Corona and Corona Premier Cans and Modelo Drafts. You can win a free Red October shirt. Corona, the official cerveza of Major League Baseball. Phillies try and bounce back from the Game 2 loss against the Braves. Series all knotted up at 1 as it returns to Philadelphia. Phillies lost 5-4 on Monday night in Atlanta. Game 3 with the Braves at 5:07. 7 at Citizens Bank Park. It'll be Aaron Nola against Bryce Elder. The pitching matchup tonight, Phillies beat the Braves Game 3 of last year's LDS. Of course, you remember that one. Larry Boa joined the show earlier to talk all things Phillies, get you set for the matchup. You catch that conversation one more time at 97.5thefanatic.com. Matt Breen will join the show coming up at 12:30 to talk all things Phillies, get you set for the game tonight. Eagles-Jets at MetLife on Sunday at 4:25. The Eagles coming off that win over the Rams. Jets also coming off a win against the Broncos. Eagles opened up a 21-day practice window for linebacker Nakobe Dean to return from a foot injury. Jeff McClain will join the show at 1 o'clock to talk all things Birds, get you set for the matchup. Flyers season opener is tomorrow against Columbus. This update is also brought to you by NJ Transit. Save 40% on all your fall weekday excursion on the Atlantic City rail line to all the excitement of AC. Visit njtransit.com/AC today. Keep it locked here for the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn, the home for the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5, The Fanatic.
The best show ever. Opinion and conversation on Philly's hot sports topics. Tyrone Johnson, Ricky Batalico, and Jennifer Scordo. This afternoon at 2. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Hey, it's Ricky Bo, and I want to tell you, construction sites are notoriously dangerous. It's not just the frequency of accidents that happen, it's the severity of the injuries that result. Whether the accident is caused by poorly maintained equipment, ignored safety regulations, faulty materials, weak scaffolding, or exposed electrical hazards, the employer is often negligent and at fault. But they'll try and blame the employee in order to escape potential liability. That's why, as soon as you experience an accident, you need to call 1-800-JUSTICE and get a free consultation from the personal injury experts at Swartz Culleton. You may be eligible for more than just workers' compensation. If there's a third-party liability from property owners, equipment manufacturers, or other contractors on site, they'll find it. And they'll make sure you are properly reimbursed for recovery, rehabilitation, loss of income, plus non-financial aspects like pain, suffering, and emotional distress. Need to know more? Visit swartzculleton.com or call 1-800-JUSTICE. In this David versus Goliath battle, they're the ones carrying a big slingshot.
I just turned 40, and life is busier than ever. My daughter is heading off to college next year. We're in the process of renovating our kitchen. And with my brother leaving town, I'm checking on my parents more often. It wasn't until my best friend suddenly lost her husband, and seeing that firsthand made me realize how important life insurance is. So I asked her who she worked with, and she told me SelectQuote. I called SelectQuote the next day, and a licensed insurance agent found me a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $16 a month. With coverage and a price like that, I finally have peace of mind, even amidst the craziness of life.
Whether you need a $100,000 policy or a $10 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance at 1-800-707-1515. That's 1-800-707-1515. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-707-1515. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Guys, how would you like to lose weight, have more energy, and be up for more action in the bedroom? Hi, this is Dr. Avi Donapel from Iron Mountain Men's Health. You've heard about our safe, effective, and affordable treatments for ED and low T. Now our physicians can also prescribe Ozempic, which could help you lose up to 15% of your body weight. Learn more about this winning game plan when you book your free consultation at ironmountainmenshealth.com. Iron Mountain Men's Health, the leader in men's sexual health.
Harris Philadelphia invites you to play in the $500,000 NFL Pick'em. Get to Harris Philadelphia to make your picks every Wednesday and Thursday. You could win a weekly share of $1,000 in free casino play. Make enough correct picks for the season and you'll walk away with $500,000. It's the $500,000 NFL Pick'em at Harris Philadelphia. For details, visit harrisphilly.com. That's harrisphilly.com. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Oh, this cold.
Honey?
Honey?
Honey, you need DayQuil Severe Honey.
DayQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste. Because life doesn't stop for a cold.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
No, I'm getting a cold.
Honey.
Try DayQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu relief. DayQuil Severe with honey flavor. The daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, honeylicious, power through your day medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Happy 62nd birthday, Granddad.
Thanks, sweetheart.
I got you this.
A mug. Oh, thank you. What does it say? Beware. If you are 60 or older, you may be at increased risk of hospitalization from RSV. respiratory syncytial virus, compared to adults younger than 60.
Not all dangers come with warning labels. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about getting vaccinated against RSV today. Learn more at bewareofrsv.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
By the time you're finished listening to this Pepsi Zero Sugar, you'll be 15 seconds closer to kickoff. Stock up now because game day is so close you can almost taste it. Football watching. Better with Pepsi.
Did you know Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm? Morgan & Morgan even covers you if you get hurt in Sandwich, Illinois, or why not, North Carolina. Morgan & Morgan makes starting a claim easy.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Businesses of all types and sizes are saving money with Pico because Pico's got the financial incentives and technical expertise to help you reduce your energy use and to save cash. See how Pico's helping businesses like yours take greater control of their energy costs to improve their bottom line. Simply complete a customer survey on Pico's digital portal and an energy profile. The report will be generated for you, and this profile is going to provide specific recommendation based on your facilities, equipment, and energy use with great ways to save while either maintaining or increasing productivity.
Is it possible that fast internet could take your business to the next level? With gig speed Wi-Fi from Comcast Business, it's happening. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with fast speeds and advanced security for $39 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Plus, ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Ends 11/12/2023. Restrictions apply. Eco bill and auto pay required. New 50 megabits per second internet and security edge customers only. After promo, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and compatible router.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Official home of the Sixers, Flyers, Union, and the best Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5, The Fanatic.
Time for the Pico Power Play. 11:49, 97.5, The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Salchunas. I was saying last segment that in between the top and bottom of the first inning, I hope there's some sort of song that plays that everybody can just be really loud during, because I want Bryce Elder to be miserable during his warm-ups leading up to the bottom of the first inning. During his warm-ups, I want him to wet the bed. And so I said, Welcome to Jungle works because it's such a go-to song for every Flyers game, and I don't think people will really get fired up, but it's different. Because it's Phillies playoffs, man. By the way, speaking of Phillies playoffs, this is a very important note that Matt Gelb tweeted out. And I heard John Brazier mention this on the John Kincaid Show. And one of the members of the John Kincaid Show is next to me right now, Bob Cooney. What's up, Bob?
Hi, Andrew. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I just wanted to say hello.
Oh, well, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Because at one point you said you didn't want to come on the air. You just wanted
I did
to
not
be
say
here.
that. No, what I said was, because I live 5 minutes away, I said, I'm going to come up and see you. But I didn't want to say, like, I'm coming up so you can put me on the air. No, I just wanted to come and see you because I love you that much.
I love you that much, too. And you make the show better, so I want you on the air.
Aw, sweet.
So an important note for tomorrow. Matt Gelb, if the Diamondbacks beat the Dodgers tonight, the Phillies game 4 tomorrow will be at 8:07 as opposed to 6:07.
I don't want that.
Let's go Dodgers.
Yes.
I said that during the break to Mike Vito because due to babysitter issues, I'm going tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. You are.
Let's go Dodgers, please, LA, this one time. And then you can lose the next game because I do think the Diamondbacks win that series.
I think they do, too. Kincaid made a pretty decent point this morning of they're kind of the Phillies last year.
He must have been listening to this show.
Probably. Well, he listens 24/7, so I'm sure he was. Yes. Yeah, we need that extended. I want 6 o'clock tomorrow night. I talked to my buddy Rock, believe it or not.
Of course he did, yeah.
And he wants us all to get together tomorrow night. But 8 o'clock, he gets up at 3 in the morning. I get up at 3 in the morning.
8:07's tough.
No, we want that 6 o'clock game.
And the 6:07's good because There's like, look, I know 8:07, like, people are going to be fired up regardless of the time. But, like, the 6:07, like, when you get off of work and you're like, man, I'm going from work to a Phillies game.
You still have that hype.
Yeah, like, you're
Right.
like, it doesn't go away. And then you're walking right into the stadium. Like, you didn't really even have time to think about the game. Like, you're just walking right into the stadium. For a lot of the people that have normal jobs, like us, the 9 to 5, they go right to the stadium.
It's like me coming here to see you. I get done at 10. I'm so hyped. I drive home. I come right up here. I see my friend Lisa at the bar. She takes care of everybody. She's awesome, even though she's from Gloucester. And then we come up here, and it's like, boom, let's go. We're ready to rock and roll.
And now you're having a great segment.
Yes.
You're Aaron Nolan on the top of the first inning right now.
How many innings are you going to get from Nola tonight? Now, Kincaid loves to do this thing. Outs. I put the outs. What did I do today? 6. I didn't do 18. I did 17 and a half. Would you take the over-under there? 5 2/3.
I would take under. 5 2/3. Because like literally, I would say 5 2/3. Like that was my
2 outs in the 6th.
That's my.
That's what
number.
you want.
5. Well, I want a no hitter.
That's what you. Yeah. What do you need?
5 2/3. Let the bullpen go to work.
I don't think you need him tonight.
You think he goes deep?
No. I don't know if he goes deep or not. I think they rake
I
tonight.
do too. So Bryce Elder, I mean, it's out. He's now the Game 3 starter. The Phillies beat him up the last time they faced him. He didn't even pitch into the 5th inning. He went 3 2/3 innings. He walked 5 batters.
Yes.
And you know that this Phillies team can be patient at the plate. And so he might know, hey, last time I pitched against them, I was all over the place. I'm going to attack the zone.
Oh, yeah?
You know that
Go
this
ahead.
team's not afraid to attack first pitch, especially the leadoff hitter in Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, it's funny because when you think about it, the way the Phillies attacked Strider, it was first pitch hitting, right? They were anticipating fastball, all that. Second game, you had Fried was throwing a lot of junk, right? Throwing a lot of breaking balls. At one point, I think he threw 8 in a row.
Yeah,
and
it was
so,
all curveballs.
Yeah. So the last 2 outings that Elder has had, 9 walks.
Yep.
His last 3 outings, he has a 9.5 ERA.
Yeah.
It's not a hot pitcher.
No, and he's now going to Citizens Bank Park.
Yeah.
I went through his numbers. He's much better at home than on the road. But this isn't just a normal road game. I keep on bringing it up. Like, this isn't a road game in June where there might be 35,000 people, but I'm guessing, like, 20 of them are engaged, like 20,000.
Sure, I hear you.
You know, people go to the ballpark to have a nice time.
Yeah.
They walk around the concourse. No, this is going to be 46,000 people that are in on every single pitch.
One of my favorite tweets from Game 2 against Miami was a picture from somebody that was sitting above Chicky and Pete's.
Okay.
Where they could, get that on their phone. There was absolutely no one in line in the middle of the game.
Oh, that's awesome. And you know
it's
that's
incredible.
normally a long line.
Oh, God, yeah. Right? So
you lose half the game trying to get your crab fries there.
I love the Philly fans. I mean, I'll tell you what, as much you can be as excited as you want about the team, this, that, the other. In all honesty, I'm not going tonight or tomorrow. You're going tomorrow. But I love just watching the way the fans are.
Yes.
It's part of my excitement of watching the game. Look, somebody's like all excited. Yeah, cool. They were excited
to see you, Bob.
No, that was all you.
All right, we got the cash contest in 5 minutes. I'm going to get to our buddy Mike and Delran in a second, but I
love Mike, and I'll let you go because you're doing such a great job.
I want to read you this tweet.
Okay.
I read it at the top of the show. There was a guy named Batthew that tweeted it out.
Hey, what's up, Batthew?
Not Matthew, but Batthew.
I call him B.
If you're going to either Phillies game the next 2 days, I cannot stress how important it is that you abandon your humanity the second you walk into the gates. You need to bring a level of energy and intensity that should genuinely frighten a mental health professional. It's an awesome tweet.
That's a tweet from a crazy man, and it's awesome.
It's a great tweet, but that's basically how it's going to be the next 2 nights.
Oh, no question.
Now, let me ask you something, because now that I have you.
See, this is why I had to come on.
I appreciate it.
I'm excited anyway, but I think when you and I sit next to each other, our excitement grows,
So I had Larry Boa on, and he tried downplaying a little bit, like the whole, like, if you need to be motivated, extra motivated, blah, blah, blah. I get that, Larry. Trust me, I do. But how moronic was Orlando Arcia?
So stupid.
What are you doing, dude?
I mean,
and
so stupid.
I thank him for it.
So do I. Like, I just see Bryce Harper hitting a home run tonight. going around second base and giving it one of these, a little wink, wink of the eye.
I said, and
heard
I got to still text John Brazier. I forgot to text him. I said yesterday in the air, I want him to, if Harper hits the home run as he's rounding second, I want Harper himself to just say, "Attaboy Harper," like to himself. I want Fanavision to put "Attaboy Harper" on the fan. How cool would that be? Because RC's not going to watch Harper because he's probably too much of a bitch to look him in the eye.
Oh,
so
he'll turn around and go towards left field, yeah.
And he'll look at the screen, and then it says "Attaboy Harper." Like,
Have
how
it
awesome
everywhere.
would that be?
Give out the red towels, but also give out a "Attaboy Harper" sign.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Oh, there is that sign guy that sits down the first base.
There is. You're right.
He needs to make an "Attaboy
Sign man.
Harper" sign.
I'm in for
and
that.
it's the perfect angle for RC as the shortstop.
Oh, I'd be all over him tonight, all over Strider tomorrow night. Acuna, nobody can stand either.
I might not be able to do the show Friday morning if
You're
going
to be screaming so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious.
I'll do it for you.
All
or
right,
with you.
just stick
or
around.
against you, whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
We got the cash contest in 2 minutes. Let's go to
All right,
our
let's get
man,
Mike.
Mike and Delran. What up, Mike?
What's up, guys?
What's up, Michael?
I got to be quick because I'm on hold with Minnesota Sports Talk Radio to talk about
dude.
the Astros.
What is this guy?
Loser.
What is this guy doing calling as a Cubs fan to rip Phillies fans?
You know what? I hope that guy's still listening. You're a loser. I was asking whoever you have answer the phones if they still had his number. I was going to start pranking him all day. You're a loser, dude. And you know what? It's guys like that make me smile when I see on the news how bad Philly people are. Like, when you're an opposing fan coming into our stadium and people throw beer at you, right? And I like that. I think we should do more of that. Get out of my city, you nerds. I'm tired of these people that, the Phillies lose. Shut up, dude. You're a loser. You live in Chicago. Don't get shot.
No, he lives in Pennsylvania.
Oh, does he live in Pennsylvania? That's even worse.
Yeah, he's a local guy. I didn't know what part of PA, but the area code is one of ours.
Dude,
he's a Cubs fan, ripping Philadelphia fans.
Yeah, call in again. Let us know, dude. I can't wait to see you next year at Cubs game. But anyway, like I'm saying, that place is going to be nuts tonight. I wish I was going to be there tonight.
I wish you were here right now, Mike.
I wish I was. I know. I snuck out.
I was going to text you on my way home, but
I know. What's up? We there till 2, right?
Till 2, yeah.
Andrew is, I got to bolt
right,
out.
I'm going to make Bob stay.
All right, maybe I'll sneak in. But yeah, you know what? I didn't want to be back 1-1, but that place is going to be on fire tonight. And if there's any crowd that's going to be able to get behind Nola and have him pitch a gem, it's going to be tonight. I feel good about it. They win tonight, series over. And go Phils and go Birds.
Damn right, Mike.
Attaboy,
The
Mike.
undefeated Birds. We'll be speaking to Jeff McClain coming up at 1 o'clock. Matt Breen from the Inquirer, Inquirer.com at 12:30. Yeah, man, I mean, the crowd is going to be electric. So yesterday, obviously we're miserable in the air after they dropped Game 2. Yesterday, being 1-1 coming back to Citizens Bank Park kind of sucked because they could have been up 2-0. Today, waking up, it's like last year. You wanted to take one, you took one, and now you're coming back to Citizens Bank Park.
And last year, don't forget, it was Strider versus Nola, Game 3, 9-1.
Yep.
I mean, you crunched.
Yeah, they beat him up.
Yeah. It was funny because John was off yesterday, so I hosted the morning show. And, yeah, you have some consternation. How's that for a word for you, Andy?
It's a good word.
So you go in, and the obvious reaction is, oh, man, I can't believe they lost. I'm a turn the page guy, and then one of my themes yesterday morning was, give me a title of a song that relates to how you feel right now. I went Bob Seger, Turn the Page.
Oh, okay.
Turn the page. I said it at 6 o'clock. I said, look, I'll give you 2 hours. We can sit here and be pissed off and all that, which we should be. I gave it 2 hours, and then at the 8 o'clock hour, I said, okay, we're okay. It's all right. We're 1-1. We're good to go.
I was Bryson Stott's walk-up song. A-O-A-OK.
Attaboy.
It's 12 o'clock. Let's win some money.
Win $1,000 right now. 97.5 The Fanatic's Kelly Green Cash.
It's 97.5 The Fanatic's Kelly Green Cash. Your chance to win $1,000 in a brand new 2023 Birds Kelly Green jersey. Just text the word HOPE to 45911. That's HOPE, H-O-P-E. Like I hope Orlando RC appease himself tonight to 45911. Or you can enter it on the Fanatic app or at 975thefanatic.com. One winner selected at random won $1,000 in this company-wide contest. Winners will get a call from Beasley, so be sure to answer your phone. Complete rules at 975thefanatic.com. 97.5 The Fanatic's Kelly Green Cash is presented by Rand Spear, the accident lawyer. Demand Rand. Call 1-800-90-LEGAL. Please never text and drive. Good luck. All right, I'm going to give you the numbers in a second. Aaron Nola versus the Braves and Elder versus the Phillies. But, Bob, you mentioned it. Game 3 last year, we're basically in the same spot. 1-1, coming back home, Aaron Nola on the mound. The only difference is it's not Strider, it's Elder. But I want to do this. I want to go back to Game 3 last year.
Okay.
And relive some of the great moments in the Phillies NLDS against the Braves.
On the 9th pitch, that comes through. The Phillies take the lead. What a battle from Bryson Stott. 1-0 Philadelphia. Fastball hit to left. It is long gone. Dylan Lee comes in to face Bryce Harper. 4-0 on the Hoskins homer. Now Harper sends one in the air. Way back to right center. That one's gone. This place explodes. Harper to center. Harris back. Onto the track. At the wall. Can't get it. Harper into second with an RBI double, and it's 7-1 Phillies. Phillies take game 3. What a night in Philadelphia. 6 runs in the 3rd, 3 runs in the 7th. And the Phillies are a win away from the championship series.
As you were running the bases coming off, crossing the plate, looked like you and Bryce had a moment there. What did Bryce say to you? What did I say?
We ain't losing.
Yeah, I did say that.
He said we ain't losing. He's been saying it all week. He's been saying it first day in St. Louis. That's just a belief I think that he has in us, right? Like, that's the belief that we have in each other. You want to do it again? Yeah, let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
I want that swagger back tonight. Great job by Silvana. Back in the studio putting that together.
That? Good job, Silvana. Great job.
That was awesome. Reliving Game 3 of the NLDS in 2022. And now we get to celebrate Game 3 of the NLDS tonight with Aaron Nola on the mound. Now, let me give you some numbers, Bobby. Now that we know who the starting pitching matchup is, obviously we already knew who it was Aaron Nola for the Phillies. We'll start with Elder, okay? Bryce Elder. In his performances against the Phillies, Alec Boehm, 2 for 5 against them.
Okay.
Now, Ray and I were talking.
Like a 400 average.
I will take that.
Yeah.
That's good work by you.
Thank you.
Ray and I were talking about this earlier because Nick Castellanos is also 2 for 5 in his career against Bryce Elder with 2 home runs. And it was the last time they played him back
that's right. Yeah.
Back in September.
Absolutely.
So, as Ray pointed out, man, if he can't get out of these right-handed hitters. Now, he has had success, I will be honest, against the left-handed hitters in the Phillies lineup. Maybe he's one of these reverse splits guys. Not tonight, dude. Like, Bryce Harper's going to do something after what happened last game. Kyle Schwarber might go yard in the first inning. You know I'm not the biggest Kyle Schwarber leadoff hitter guy, but it just works. And it's probably going to be 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning because of Kyle Schwarber tonight. But Boehm and Castellanos both 2 for 5. Castellanos with the 2 home runs. Harper and Schwarber both 0 for 4 in their careers against Elder, as is Bryson Stott. So it's weird. Like, all of a sudden, the 3 lefties there. But Stott's so locked in right now, I'm not worried about it. Harper, after Game 2, not worried about it. Plus, he hit the home run in Game 1. Like, he's ready to go.
2 for 2 with 2 walks, 2 runs, scored a home run and RBI.
I heard you say that on the morning show.
In a 3-0 game. Like, he was the offense in Game 1. So, yeah, I don't worry about him a little bit. And I said this morning, I got a little pushback. Bryce Harper's way up here when you talk about clutch hitters, especially on the Phillies, whatever. My second guy might be Bryson Stott in that situation. If I have to pick somebody to be up in a key situation, and maybe it's because he's such a good 2-strike hitter, Bryson Stott might be it.
Well, pardon me, why I was so angry with Harper getting doubled up was Stott was on deck.
I brought that up this morning, too.
And it's like, all right, this guy had 7 RBI through the playoffs, through 3 games in 8 innings.
Grand slam in there, yeah.
He could have gone yard. He could have just kept the inning going with a base hit, which would have made it first and third. Now the tying runner's at third base. And if I'm Bryce Harper, and I don't know if this happened, but if I was Bryce Harper, I would have gone to Stott in the clubhouse and said, my bad, like that's on me.
Took the bat out of his hand.
And I would have said, like, look, he would explain himself. You know, we're down a run. I'm trying to do anything I can. I misread the ball off the bat. I thought it was going to hit the wall. I had to score to tie the game. But my bad. I took the bat out of your hand.
I've been making this argument for a couple of days, and Pat and Connor came back at me yesterday when the three of us were on the air yesterday morning. I said, yeah, I don't like that he wasn't smart there. And they said, no, you can't take away his aggressiveness, all that. I said, okay, but you can be aggressive and smart at the same time.
Yeah, you don't have to be dumb.
Yeah, I didn't think it was smart. Like, why, if the ball goes off the wall and you're standing at second base, you're at least getting third.
Yes.
Maybe scoring, depending on how it comes off.
Right. If it and look, we just saw Acuna last year not back up Michael Harris well.
Exactly.
And so I had
and third with Stott coming up.
And
now
they may
probably
pitch around him.
But
still, now it's bases loaded.
All right. Now, I want to ask you this, because I brought this up on the morning show. And, again, Connor and Pat brought up some really good points against mine. I don't bring up points saying I'm right. I bring them up because I love talking sports.
Mm-hmm.
My point was this. Fourth inning, first and second, 2 outs. Okay. Fried is still in the game. Harper's up at the plate.
I heard you talking about
Their
this.
pitching coach comes out and whispers, we all know what they were saying.
Don't give him anything to hit.
Don't give him anything to hit. So if you're Bryce Harper or you're a fan of Bryce Harper and the Phillies, what's your thought process there?
Don't swing for the fence.
I'm not saying don't swing at all.
Right.
But, okay, they're going to walk you. They're not going to give you anything to hit.
Right.
So the first 3 pitches, all out of the strike zone, he swings and misses twice.
Yeah.
And then ultimately grounds out. My point being, and Pat and Connor said, look, you don't take the bat out of his hands. I hear you, but what would you rather have? Him swinging at pitches out of the strike zone, or the potential of the bases loaded, they're going to bring in a righty to face Real Muto, who had already hit a home run and had a single. Like, that's the smartness to me, where aggressiveness shouldn't be above smartness.
Right. I think sometimes he feels like, I need to do this.
And that's the
I would rather him.
You know what?
I would rather him have that mindset of like, I'm Bryce Harper,
and
you're
right.
I'm the best player on this team. But you do still have to be smart. Like, I hate when he hits the base hit up the middle that's slightly to the left of the outfielder, and he tries stretching into a double, and then he's out by 18 feet.
Yeah, I brought this up to Ricky midway through the year. There has to be data that they go with that says, look, let's take chances everywhere, because more times than not, the numbers show we get the extra base. I get it, but to me, there's got to be smartness and aggressiveness.
And sometimes he's doing it on his own.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's numbers. Like, I don't see.
I don't know either.
I don't see the first base coach waving him to second on a base hit up the middle.
No, but if it's put in his head by, say, Topper or somebody else that says,
go
hey, look,
for it.
we're going to be aggressive. I can live with you getting picked
off.
I
can live with.
Yeah, but if you can combine smartness with aggressiveness, and you don't ever want to take aggressiveness away, so that's the that's the yin and the yang of it.
Yeah, it might sound hypocritical, but I think it's also fair to be like, all right, I like when you're aggressive, but like that when he ran through Wathen's stop sign the other night, the ball wasn't like he saw the ball was still in the corner.
I totally agree.
The outfielder had yet to get to it. That was just a terrible call by Wathen trying to hold him up.
He had a bad game, Wathen did.
Yeah. So we go, wow, yeah, good for Bryce Harper being aggressive and running through the stop sign. Well, he also saw the ball in front of him.
Yeah.
This is a totally different situation. You can't be that can't be how you lose a game.
You can't be doubled off.
No, you can't be.
You can't.
By the way, there is one lefty who has had pretty good success against Bryce Elder.
Marsh.
And I imagine he's your starting left fielder today.
Is it Marsh?
Marsh, yeah. Brandon Marsh, 2 for 3. Not just 2 singles, but also a walk.
Had a boy.
2 for 3 and a walk. You know that with him on the base pass, he can do some things. And then Real Muto and Turner both 0-fers, but Turner has 2 walks in his career against Bryce Elder, who, as you mentioned, Elder's kind of been all over the place, missing the zone. Now, I'll give you Aaron Nola's numbers coming up next against the members of the Braves, because obviously there's a lot more history. Bryce Elder, Alec Boehm has the most at-bats against Elder with 5. There's a lot more history with Aaron Nola against members of the Atlanta Braves, so I'll give you those numbers coming up next. I want to hear from you at 610-632-0975. How are you feeling at 12 o'clock? You were just hanging out with somebody at the bar. You guys used to coach together.
Yeah, Mr. Ruiz used to coach with me against me down in Washington Township.
So I walked over and I said, "How you feeling?" And he said, "I'm still kind of nervous. I'm hoping getting closer to game time I'll feel better." And I'm like, I'm the complete opposite. Like I'm ready to go. I'm ready to be up 2-1 tomorrow. Right?
You're ready to go from first to third on an infield ground out right now.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be Chase Utley. You are the man.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Scoring from second on a dribbling.
I
okay.
love it.
That's how I feel right now. I could sense that you're feeling that way. Ray back at the studio is feeling that way. But I wonder if there's other people like Mr. Ruiz who are like, yeah, I'm kind of nervous. That game really still messed me up. I'm ready to put Game 2 behind me and ignore everything that happened, the fact that the Phillies cost themselves that game. The Braves didn't come back. And when the Braves had 4 hits in that game, they still can't touch the Phillies pitching. But I want to hear from you. How are you feeling going into tonight's game? And also, now that we've reached the noon hour, it's appropriate to drink a beer. Bob hasn't even had one yet. But now it's an appropriate time for you to have your first beer, especially if you're heading to the game that starts in less than 5 hours. So if you're heading to the ballpark right now, 5:07 first pitch, what's the vibe? What are you doing? What are you going to be doing for the lots? I know the lots open up at 2:30, but that doesn't stop people. I want to hear what your plans are going into tonight's game and what you're going to be like at the ballpark. 610-632-0975. I'm Andrew Salchunas. We've got Matt Breen at 12:30 right here, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies Braves Game 3 tonight. I'm Ray Dunn. This update is brought to you by FarmSafe 811. FarmSafe 811 reminds you never to assume the location or depth of underground pipelines and utilities. Always contact 811. Farm Safety starts with you. Learn more at FarmSafe811.org. The Phillies trying to bounce back from that Game 2 loss. Game 3 tonight with the Braves at 5:07 at Citizens Bank Park. It's Aaron Nola and Bryce Elder, the pitching matchup tonight. Phillies, of course, beat the Braves in Game 3 of last year's NLDS. Rhys Hoskins and Bryce Harper powered the Phillies to a 9-1 victory in that one. Larry Boa joined the show earlier to talk all things about this series, about the matchup tonight. You can catch that conversation one more time at 975thefanatic.com. Matt Breen coming up in the next segment at 12:30 to preview the matchup as well. Eagles-Jets at MetLife on Sunday, 4:25. Eagles 5-0 coming off that 23-14 win over the Rams. Jets coming off a 31-21 victory over the Broncos. They're off to a 2-3 start to the season. Eagles open the 21-day practice window for linebacker Nakobe Dean to return from a foot injury. Jeff McClain will join the show at 1 o'clock to talk all things Birds. Elsewhere in Philadelphia sports, the Flyers season opener is tomorrow night against Columbus. The next Sixers preseason game is tonight against the Celtics. You catch the action right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Keep it locked here for all the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn, the home for the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic.
The start of the Flyers season is quickly approaching. Every story, every angle, and live play-by-play is here. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Hey guys, Bob Cooney here. At FanDuel Casino, we know the only thing better than a win is a free win. And that's why they made Reward Machine, the daily free-to-play game that gives you a chance to win up to $2,000 in casino bonus. They've given away over $50 million in free bonuses already, and they're just getting started. Every day at 6 p.m., you get 3 chances to spin the Reward Machine reels. There are 3 ways to win. 1, match any 3 symbols for an instant win. 2, collect symbols each day for a chance to win weekly prizes. Or 3, win up to $2,000 if you collect 3 trophies. So what are you waiting for? Download the FanDuel Casino app by going to FanDuel.com/Bob and start playing Reward Machine today. That's FanDuel.com/Bob.
No purchase necessary. 21 plus and present in PA. Bonus issue is non-withdrawable casino-only site credit that expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG.
Hi, it's John Kincaid for my friends at Window Nation. You know, fall is absolutely the best time of the year for so many reasons, including football and the return of Window Nation's best offer of the year. Get 2 windows free for every 2 that you buy, plus put no money down, make no payments, and pay no interest for 2 full years. So let's say your old windows are hard to open or close and they're drafty and leaky. You're going to have one cold winter in your living room and then multiple hot summers. When you can take advantage of Window Nation's great deal, you're going to love the new look and feel of your home, plus up to 30% off your energy bills. Window Nation's knowledgeable exterior designers and quick, clean, accurate, professional installation is going to make your house look great. So right now with Window Nation, put no money down, make no payments, and pay no interest for 2 full years. Think of the savings. And for every 2 windows you buy, you'll get 2 windows free. This offer is going to disappear as fast as the leaves on your maple tree. So call Window Nation today, 866-90Nation, or visit windownation.com. Windownation.com. Tell them John Kincaid sent you.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
My daughter is normally a little goofball, but after a bad night's sleep, she's too tired to be anything. That's why I trust Pure Z's Kids. Pure Z's Kids is mindfully formulated just for kids. Their non-habit forming, drug-free products help my daughter fall asleep naturally, giving her the rest to be her best.
I'm a dinosaur.
Her best dinosaur.
Pure Z's Kids, for ages 4 and up when needed. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The weather this time of year is more unpredictable than my fantasy football team.
Wait 5 minutes and it'll change.
The weather or my team?
The weather. Your team stinks. I can't believe who you drafted in the first round.
A new system from Pierce Phelps will keep you comfortable no matter what the weather does. And right now, qualified buyers can enjoy 60 months interest-free financing on a new home comfort system. Visit nopaybryant.com to find a Delaware Valley dealer near you.
Bryant.
Whatever it takes.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect the ways water is breaking down your basement and damaging your home. Mold, cracks, and of course visible water are just a few signs your basement is compromised. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns. A free home inspection from BQ Basements and Concrete. We put water back in its place. Go to basementsbybq.com. License number PA158514, 13VH11822-900.
Morgan & Morgan is not only America's largest injury law firm, we're also the only injury law firm in the world with lawyers licensed in all 50 states. With dedicated attorneys focused on personal injury, medical malpractice, insurance disputes, car crashes, employee rights, and many others, we have a 30-year track record of getting results for clients just like you. So wherever you are, whatever you need, our firm is ready to take your call. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions, not available in all areas. If you're a small business owner, listen up. Pi Insurance wants to give you one of those aha moments, the kind that could save you money. Workers' comp is probably one of the biggest costs you face. But did you know that insurance providers have flexibility in setting their prices? That's right, but many don't bother giving small businesses the savings you deserve. Instead, you can get lumped in with other businesses and overcharged. Pi Insurance was created to change that. With Pi, you get a quote tailored specifically to your business, and you could save up to 30% with no hassle and no hidden fees. Plus, when you sign up for pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, not an estimate. So your workers' comp audit experience is simplified. Take 3 minutes to see how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi or go to trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Philly sports. We're born into it. 97.5, The Fanatic.
1220, 97.5, The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Salchunas, broadcasting live from P.J. Willahan's in Maple Shade, New Jersey, Route 38. And don't forget, Bobby, this was delicious. I had one last week.
Oh, that's right. You did. You had two last week. Don't lie, because I gave you mine. It was after
I
the show.
had one.
It was after the show.
Yeah, but I told Christy I had one.
Oh, no. I was talking to Mike. I wasn't talking to you. I'm sorry. You had one.
No,
Mike had like three.
I had two, and they were delicious. The Redemption Smash. They're doing this in honor of Red October. The Redemption Smash is Redemption bourbon, freshly muddled raspberries and mint, fresh lime juice, simple syrup, and club soda. I spoke to the people of Redemption Bourbon the other day, and it was awesome. Yeah.
Why? Just to say hi?
Just to say hi.
And thank you.
Yeah.
And you have some other stuff going on over there. What do you,
so
what you got going on?
Look, the people know.
The people love you.
I'm a very simple man, right? I love sports. I love beer.
And you love your family.
I like extracurricular activities around 8 o'clock at night when Cooper goes to bed, and then I take some of the finest greenery in the area. And it's just a very simple life that I live.
You and I are comparable in our simplicity.
Yeah, it doesn't take much for me. So my man Josh emailed me a while back. Josh is a beer distributor and a sales manager, so he does all kinds of stuff.
Love you, Josh.
He works in the Port Richmond area, and Port Richmond area is where the Lithuanian music hall is. That my grandfather helped build the inside of and everything. So there's the name South Tune is plastered in that building, right? So obviously there's a market for Lithuanian beer.
Obviously.
And so Josh stopped by and brought me 2 different kinds of Lithuanian beers that I will be enjoying at some point this week. Not tonight, because I'll be doing the watch party tonight with our friends from Corona. But I can't wait to drink these. And my man Josh hooked me up. And Josh is going to the game tonight.
Oh, that's awesome.
So he made the point. He made the trip to come over here to drop me off the beer, and now he's getting ready to go to the game.
Well, how big are they? That's not a pint. It says a pint.
It's a pint.
Yeah, it is a pint.
Yeah, it's a pint.
I guess it's a skinny glass.
Yeah, it's a skinny glass, but it's
Have
nice,
you had
man.
them before or no?
Yes. Yeah, I've had these in the motherland.
Delicious?
So, yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Everything is delicious. So I appreciate my man hooking me up, Josh. So thank you to Josh.
Way to go, Josh.
All right. I'm going to give you these Aaron Nola numbers in a second, and we have Matt Gelb from the Inquirer coming up at 12:30. But Taryn Hatcher just tweeted out at 12:30. Thank you, Ray. Taryn Hatcher just tweeted out 11:40 a.m. People are already tailgating. The gates might not be open, but that is public parking there. So the people are already beginning to tailgate near Citizens Bank Park, Bobby.
I said on the morning show today, and I do like to do this, when there's an Eagles game on a Monday night, afternoon Phillies game, sometimes on the way leaving work, I'll go out of my way to go down the stadium area, go over to Walt Whitman Bridge, just to see what the atmosphere is like.
Yeah.
Today, I was too excited to come see you, so instead of rerouting that way, I just went straight home real quick and then came up here. But does that surprise you?
No, not at all.
No, not a little bit.
And I know somebody who's definitely fired up tonight. And he's a man that always brings energy, whether it's on the City Pigeons pod or it's right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. My man, the Fink. What's up, Fink?
Tunes! Dickie,
All right,
Don,
dude.
and Bob. How the heck are we doing today?
Dude, we are freaking
Fink,
great.
my man.
We are freaking great. I need you to let us all know what is going to go down tonight. And I must thank you for starting the war with that loser blooper. Thank you, Fink. I appreciate
I
you.
cannot believe that tower blooper. Did you say he didn't tweet for 24 hours after that loss, and then he's all over the internet now after that win?
Yeah, it took one game. It's just like those loser Braves fans that hated the playoff format after game 1, but now there's no problems with the playoff format after game 2. They're frauds, and their mascot is a fraud, and he won't show his face here at Citizens Bank Park.
And I heard your message. You said it's after 12. I'm going down to the game, so while I'm on the phone, I want you to hear, oh, yeah, I just cracked my first beer, baby.
Oh,
not
nice.
bad.
What do we got?
Thank you for sharing with us.
Oh, I got the Kenwoods on
I
deck.
figured it was a Kenny with you.
Oh yeah, and I got a 4-pack of Ring the Bell as well. To
Nice.
cheer
Oh, good.
with everyone we got going in. Just a little cheers before we go into the stadium. But I
All right. So as a fellow lunatic Philadelphia fan, as a fellow drinker of great beer, I also have to ask you as a fellow gambler, you're going Schwarber home run tonight, right?
I'm going Schwarber home run. I'm going Harper home run. It is going to be hell on earth down there tonight for Elder. It is going to be so crazy, and I am the leader. I am the devil tonight. I want everybody in that park to absolutely bring it tonight, because guess what? After we win tonight, we got Spencer. I'm scared of crowd. Strider on the mound tomorrow. This game is not going back to Atlanta. I got to tell you that right now. This series. After these 2 games, it's over. And I want the Atlanta fans, I want all them to see it. I want them to cry. I want to fear.
Yes.
I want to feel their pain. They dared to have a red carpet event on the way to come into Citizens Bank Park last night. Did you see that?
Yes,
No, I didn't
and
see that.
they all looked hideous.
They
Really?
had their best outfits on. They pulled out the red carpet. That red
God.
carpet, you know what? It stays with their blood after tonight, Tunis. I want them all. I want all their heads on sticks. And Blooper, it's over for you too, buddy. Go, Phils. It's over. I'll see you guys in the next series. And guess what, guys? We're going to have some beers on Broad Street in less than a month. I'll
Damn
see you
right,
guys
Fink.
there.
Have fun tonight,
Attaboy,
man.
Fink.
There he is, the Fink, the great Fink. Now, he put out an awesome video the other day. Did you see this on social media?
I may have. I don't know. Remind me.
So he started talking smack to Blooper.
I saw the blooper thing. I didn't know it was Fink that went after him.
There was a lot of people, but Fink was the ringleader. He got it started, right? And so he's walking through, I guess, his apartment complex with a bat. And I forget what it's. It's a horror movie. I forget what it's from, but he's dragging the bat along the wall.
Does he have a mask on? Or?
No, but he's going, 1, 2, Finky's coming for you. And just like this devilish, scary way. I was like, dude, we are lunatics.
I love
it.
it.
They're the Braves players aren't ready for this. And I guarantee, like, how many Braves fans do you expect to see at Citizens Bank Park tonight?
Handful. Maybe.
Like less than 2%, maybe?
Oh, God, yeah.
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 I love that.
I know. It's nobody travels like Philly fans. Braves fans, if they do travel, they're not making any noise. They're sitting on their hands. They sit on their hands at home games. You think they're, are they going to come
they're
here
not
and make
coming out
noise?
here. No.
No chance. So, such an advantage tonight. It's going to be electric. I wrote down in my notes the other night when I'm watching the game, and I said it on the air this morning. Philly fans anticipate goodness coming. Braves fans react to good things that come.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
And they wait. Oh, we should cheer now? Okay,
Well,
here
there's so much made of, like, wow, look at the crowd after the double play.
After the double
look
play.
at the crowd today, minutes before first pitch.
Oh, my God. First batter, 2 strikes?
Yeah, oh, my God.
It'll be louder here than it was at any time in Atlanta.
Exactly. Now we got Matt Breen in 2 minutes, but the numbers for Nola against members of the Braves lineup. Ozzie Albies, 15 for 59, no home runs, just 3 doubles and a triple. Austin Riley has good numbers against Nola, 21 for 51. That's a .412 batting average, has 5 home runs. Ozuna, 13 for 48 with 4 bombs, but a .271 average. Acuna, 15 for 46. That's a .326 average, 4 home runs, and 5 doubles. Matt Olson, just 5 for 21 with only 1 home run. Eddie Rosario, just 2 for 19. Orlando Arcia, that loudmouth, just 1 for 18. Michael Harris, just 3 for 17. But the big boppers in this lineup have had success against Aaron Nola.
Yeah, he's got to find his spots tonight. We know what the strategy was in Game 1, and we didn't know it at the time, but we found out afterwards that it was velocity, velocity, velocity.
Yeah.
After you get done Suarez, he went heat. It kind of disappointed me that Hoffman comes into Game 2, and after heat worked, he throws a curve, and it gets, blasted out of the park.
Yep.
So Nola has to have his spots tonight, and that's who he is. He's not a power. He's 94 at most on the fastball, so he's got to be where he needs to be, under the hands, inside, outside, playing all over the place, and we'll see how it plays out.
And I really liked his approach against the Marlins. He pitched to contact.
Yeah, he did. You're right.
When I spoke with Larry Boa earlier, I asked him, I was like, did you like that approach? He said, yeah, he's going to get his strikeouts. But pitch to contact, his stuff's good enough. It moves.
Yes.
You can't really barrel it up all that well unless you're leaving things over the heart of the plate, which is part of the reason why he gave up so many home runs this year.
Yeah.
Pitch to contact.
Agree.
Let them beat themselves up.
All right, you
Bobby.
have Matt Breen on the line.
Yes.
I am going to leave you. I
Love you,
love
Bobby.
I love you to death.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Go Phillies.
Go Phillies. All right, let's go to the Comcast Business Hotline from the Inquirer, Inquirer.com. The great Matt Breen. Matt, what's up, man?
What's up, Andrew? How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. We're counting down. We're under 5 hours from first pitch. And I know you were in the ballpark for the Marlins series. We talked about the crowd and how electric it was. But, dude, I don't even think that could compare to what we're going to see tonight.
No, I think you're right. And the countdown's nice when it's 5 o'clock. It's going to go a little bit faster than last week, 8 o'clock. So we're almost there. And I think you're right. And it's because of the stakes, where last week was a playoff game. But, I mean, if anybody went to that ballpark expecting them to lose to the Marlins, then that's just, you're a fool. So it was like the playoffs, but it wasn't really the playoffs. The playoffs started this weekend, and now you're 1-1 with the best team in the National League, and coming off what happened Monday night. So it's just there's a lot of I would sense nervous energy going to the ballpark,
sure,
but also a lot of excitement, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be there's something special, like we talked about before. The crowds in October, because of how different they are from June and July at a baseball game, and tonight's just going to be pretty wild.
And I think that nervous energy could go away quickly if Nola has a quick first inning, 1, 2, 3, or maybe just one batter gets on, and then the bottom of the first inning. I know we always say, "Oh, Schwarber, first pitch fastball, he's going to hit home run." That's a legit possibility tonight against Bryce Elder.
Yeah, and here's my prediction. And I was at the ballpark yesterday and walking out with my colleague Scott Lawler, and I said this to him. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But this is how I see it happening. That you remember last year they lose Game 2, Rhys Hoskins makes that error at first base, and he's kind of the GOAT for a day. And then he comes, and there's that nervous energy of coming in the ballpark for Game 3 at CBT, and nervous energy is not bad. Nervous energy is still loud, it's still crazy, but it was still tense. And he hits the bat flip home run. I mean, the bat spike home run, and he spikes the bat because of that. It was that letting out all that nervous energy. It wasn't just like pimping a home run. Right. There was a meaning behind it. So who's the Bryce Harper? I don't want to call him the GOAT for what he did, because I really think it was a aggressive play that just blew up in his face. But anyway, he probably feels that way. The loss is on his shoulders for getting doubled up, and there's that nervous energy. Bryce Elder's standing there on the mound. I think you see the equivalent bat spike moment in the first inning from Bryce Harper.
Yeah, I do too, man. And not only is it because of probably the double play that he's probably beating himself up for, and he could give his reasoning why, and that he was trying to be aggressive, but then also, man, I know we talk about bulletin board material and whether it's overrated or not. What is Orlando Arcia doing?
He made a name for himself, right?
That's the only reason why he's relevant. He's 1 for 7 in the series. He's their third choice at shortstop because they couldn't re-sign Swanson, and their starting shortstop got hurt early on in the year. So he's their third option at shortstop, and he's got the balls to talk about Bryce Harper but not have the balls enough to go in front of a camera and say it, just to walk around and say it for the reporters to hear.
Yeah, and it's great because Harper sees that, and great athletes, they love that fuel, and they use that, and they play with an edge. And, Bryce Harper, not that he needs anything more to be, a desire to win, but if you're going to give anybody something, you probably don't want to give it to that guy. And we know he saw it, and he's definitely thinking about it today. And the whole team probably saw it. And also, what I saw yesterday, the Braves left the ballpark in Atlanta to get on their bus to get to the airport and fly here on a red carpet with fireworks shooting off behind them. It was just do you do that if you lose Game 2? Probably not. It just seems silly. It was it's the NLDS. It's not the World Series.
It's like they won the World Series in Game 2.
And if I'm a Phillies player, and I see that, I'm like, what is? It just kind of was weird. I just thought it was very silly. And I think the Phillies have plenty of. They already had motivation and all that, but I think those two things. If I'm a baseball player, that's just a little bit more fire for myself today.
And then I also think the attitude of the Phillies, there were two very important quotes that I've been playing on the air today, played them yesterday too. Rob Thompson after the game said, hey, look, we went in there and we split. And I know you don't want to hear that immediately after the game when you had the chance of being up 2-0, but that was the goal all along, was to split. And then he talked about how resilient of a team this team has been all season long. And then Nick Castellanos had his comments in the clubhouse saying, we play better after getting punched in the face. So I love that that's their attitude, right? We're not worried. We're resilient. We're good in these kinds of situations. And then on the flip side, it's the Braves, like you just mentioned, having a damn red carpet and acting like they won the World Series. I think that goes in favor of the Phillies.
Yeah, and I just think the Phillies clubhouse has they showed it last year. They have really good leadership. Remember how the season ended? Yeah, they pretty much backed their way into the playoffs.
Yep.
They get smoked in that day-night doubleheader in D.C. and end up, that's, their last loss before they clinch. And next thing you know, they're in the World Series. So it looked like they weren't going to make the playoffs last year. They rallied together behind Castellano, Schwarber, Harper, Hoskins, the guys that are the leaders of that clubhouse. And then I think that's where years before, you would be, the Phillies would fold in a situation like after losing Monday night, where I don't think that's the case. I think they have the right people in place, and Nick Castellanos, speaking on behalf of the clubhouse, really, after Monday's loss, where I think that's the tone. I don't expect this loss to linger the way it could for other teams or really Phillies teams of the past.
Now, Matt, you're down there every single night, and you're down there for the playoffs. You're there for the first 2 games against the Marlins. How do you think Rob Thompson handles Nola tonight? We just went through some of his numbers in his career against the Braves. Won't make you feel totally great because the big boppers in the lineup have had success against them. Remember last year in the playoffs, Rob Thompson very criticized of pulling Wheeler too early in the World Series. Then he sticks with them in the last game, and we saw what happens. He gives up the 2-run home run. Does he just go with the flow of the game, or do you think he's got a plan in play like he did with Ranger Suarez in Game 1?
Oh, well, I think you have to remember there is a game tomorrow, and Ranger Suarez is probably pitching tomorrow, so you might need to rely heavy on the bullpen tomorrow. So, not that you have to win today, but you do have to also think about tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't mean like 3 innings and then bullpen game for the next 6. I mean 2 times through the order, or we got through 5. The second he's in trouble, I'm pulling him, or does he let it ride?
Yeah, I think if 6 innings from Aaron Nola is good. Like that's obviously you want more. You would love 7, but if Aaron Nola gives you 6, that's not really depleting your bullpen to go 7, 8, 9. But I know the numbers. You look at historically the numbers, but really the numbers for me, it only matters from September 1st till now for Aaron Nola. He's clearly pitching. He's pitching for his life, right? Like he's got a huge contract waiting for him if he can deliver in the playoffs. He's just going to get bigger and bigger the better he pitches in October. And he's been on a roll since September. And he pitched in Atlanta last month, pitched very well. So I expect Aaron Nola. The weather's great tonight. That always helps Aaron Nola.
Yep.
I really expect him to be fine. There's no reason to go into this game thinking that, like for Rob Thompson to have a plan that he had for Suarez. I think Nola will give you, the Nola starts of last October and the start of last week and also last month. I think he's going to give you 6 is realistic, and anything else from there is a bonus. But I don't think you're in a spot tonight where you have to empty out the bullpen just to get through it.
As the incredible writer that you are, you do a great job telling stories. You've done the incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, you've done the incredible work with all the members of the 08 squad. What's the story after tonight or by the end of this week? If you could just look into your crystal ball, and then you get to write up, do what you do best. What's the story?
I wish I could. That's the beauty of this sport and writing about sports is you really don't know. You don't know what the story is until you get there. But I do think the Phillies will win both of these games. It was my prediction before. They would split in Atlanta and they would win both games. And I think the fans will play, the crowd, the environment will play a huge role in them winning these 2 games. And that's been the story. It was a story last October. It was the story last week that the national media comes in here and they're just blown away by the crowd. And
yeah,
and really, you look at Phillies history, it's always been nuts for whatever reason. Nobody knows why. And I think that will be a storyline again. It'll continue that the theme is that this place is just absolutely nuts for opposing teams to come in and play. And I think that we'll be writing that one again.
Now, what did you actually write? What do you got cooking up for us on the Inquirer and Inquirer.com, Matt?
We have some obviously the Philly stuff going through, and then some Eagle stuff next week. The Kelly Green game is next Sunday, so we're wrapping that up.
Okay.
But that'll be next week, and then Phillies. It's all about if they win, I have story ideas.
Right.
If they lose, then you're kind of segueing. And then also go back to the 08 team. Next week is actually the anniversary, so I do have J.C. Romero and Brett Myers are going to finish that package from last month. We're going to wrap it up next week with those 2 guys, and they were great. They were awesome, and that'll be fun too.
Did you talk to Brett Myers about his country music career?
You know what? I mentioned it. He's actually put that on hold. The story is for Brett Myers that he's like a baseball dad now. His kid is a super top.
Yeah, I've seen him very active on social media about it.
Yeah, so he in 08, if you remember, he flamed out in 08, went down to the minors, came back, and then played a pivotal role in the World Series. Now he teaches that lesson to his son that, about picking yourself up and next thing you know, you have trials and tribulations. You end up with a World Series ring, and now his kid is, a baseball prospect that can learn from that.
That's awesome. Matt, great job as always, man. Thank you for taking the time for coming on, and enjoy yourself at the ballpark tonight.
Thanks a lot, Andrew. Take care, man.
So, yeah, there he is, Matt Breen of the Inquirer, Inquirer.com on the Comcast Business Hotline. Jeff McClain, speaking of the Inquirer, Inquirer.com, joins us coming up at 1 o'clock. But before then, I want to take some more calls. I see that my man Nick in Jersey wants to get some Phillies hype. I want more hype. The Fink came out swinging, strong. Like, I want to see if somebody can beat that. Fink cracked his first beer of the day live on the air. I heard the nice I need more of it. PJ Willihan's here, starting to fill up. Everybody's getting fired up for the game. We're broadcasting live from the PJ Willihan's in Maple Shade, Route 38. Man, the countdown. Now, also, before I look at the clock, we're 19 minutes away from 1 o'clock, which would then mean 4 hours and 7 minutes until first pitch. We're getting closer, Ray. Do you think you're going to be able to make it?
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I'll be honest with you. I'm like pacing back here. I'm so ready to go. Listen to you guys talk and shop. I'm just kind of gearing up, and I know I got an hour and change still to sit here, and I want to make sure I do a good job here, but I'll be honest with you, my mind is somewhere at like 4:30 right now.
I know. I'm there, too. I'm trying to just get to 2 o'clock, to be honest. 610-632-0975, the number to climb in. No, I'm kidding. I love this. I love this kind of stuff. The worst part is getting to 2 o'clock. And then I just have 3 hours to sit and wait. The beauty is I have some stuff to take care of because I got to get into the city for a watch party tonight that I will tell you about next right here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
The wait for Game 3. I'm Ray Dunn. This update is brought to you by NJ Transit. Follows more fun when you bring a friend. Start your autumn adventure at NJ Transit and bring a friend free. Visit njtransit.com/fall for details. The Phillies trying to bounce back from that Game 2 loss as we gear up for Game 3 tonight at Citizens Bank Park with the Braves. 5:07 start. Aaron Nola on the mound for the Phils. It's Bryce Elder on the bump for the Braves. Phillies beat the Braves in Game 3 of last year's LDS. Of course, you remember that as the Bat Spike game. A 9-1 victory. Larry Boa joined the show earlier to talk about the matchup tonight. The rest of this series, you catch that conversation on 975thefanatic.com. Also on 975thefanatic.com very shortly will be the conversation that Matt Breen of the Inquirer just had with Andrew about the game. Again, both those interviews will be available for you. Eagles and Jets at MetLife on Sunday. 4:25. Eagles coming off the win over the Rams. Jets coming off a win over the Broncos. Eagles notable injury news. Open the 21-day practice window for linebacker Nakobe Dean to return from a foot injury. Jeff McClain joins the show coming up in the next segment at 1 o'clock to talk all things Birds as they prepare for a showdown with the Jets. In other Philadelphia sports news, Flyers season opener tomorrow night against Columbus. The Sixers preseason game tonight against the Celtics will be right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Keep it locked here for all the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn, the home for the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic.
John Kincaid, Bob Cooney, Pat Egan. Listen for the big storylines in Philly sports that matter to you. The John Kincaid Show. Weekday morning 6 to 10. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Hey, it's Ricky Metallico to tell you about our friends at Schwartz Culleton. You've heard their ads and their iconic phone number for years. 1-800-JUSTICE. When you've been injured in a car accident, there is no greater resource than an experienced lawyer. The lawyers at Schwartz Culleton have well over 100 years combined experience prosecuting claims on behalf of individuals injured in car accidents. They have helped over 10,000 clients obtain the justice they deserve. The firm has become a bedrock of the Philadelphia community and the surrounding suburbs. From start to finish, they'll help you get your car repaired and ensure you have all the best doctors for your injuries. They have relationships with the top medical specialists and have a strong reputation with the insurance companies. There is no doubt you'll get justice if you call 1-800-JUSTICE. Again, that's 1-800-JUSTICE. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas. Actual Pie customer.
As a small business, we're always looking for ways that we can offer the quality product and get some cost savings.
Meet Michelle from J.J. Pfister Distilling Company, a small business in California. When looking for workers' comp coverage tailored to the company's needs, she discovered Pie Insurance.
We heard about Pie Insurance being geared for a small business, gave Pie a call, and ended up switching.
Is your small business overpaying for workers' comp insurance? See how much you could save at trypie.com. Plus, when you sign up for pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, not an estimate, so your workers' comp audit experience is simplified.
We saved about 30% off of our workers' comp insurance when we switched to Pi.
It's as easy as pie to get the savings you deserve. What are you waiting for? Ask your agent for Pi, or get a quote in 3 minutes at trypie.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
You don't just provide cookie-cutter portfolios?
No. We tailor our clients' portfolios to their goals and needs.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We're a fiduciary, the highest standard of care for a financial advisor. It means we're obligated to act in our client's best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep, we have one transparent management fee structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Sounds like you really look out for your clients.
We do, because our priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. That might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
Happy 62nd birthday, Granddad.
Thanks, sweetheart.
I got you this.
A mug. Oh, thank you. What does it say? Beware. If you are 60 or older, you may be at increased risk of hospitalization from RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, compared to adults younger than 60.
Not all dangers come with warning labels. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about getting vaccinated against RSV today. Learn more at bewareofrsv.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Can't sleep with this cold.
Honey.
Honey?
Honey, you need NyQuil Severe Honey.
NyQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a dreamy honey taste.
Feeling better, honey? Honey? I'll take that as a yes.
Try NyQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu symptom relief. NyQuil Severe with honey flavor. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever. Honeylicious, best sleep with a cold. Medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Harrah's Philadelphia wants to give you more for your play with 3 times comp dollars on table games. Play your favorite games like blackjack, craps, and roulette and earn comps 3 times faster than ever. That's 3 times the comps for free casino play, dining, entertainment, hotel stays, and more. Use your comps at Harrah's Philly or save them up to use at any Caesars Rewards destination. Get to Harrah's Philly and on the tables to start earning. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's time for the Fall Haul at Northern Tool and Equipment. Get your hands on tough tools at prices that are tough to ignore. Got plans? Cancel them. Trucks in the shop? Borrow someone else's. Don't like saving money? Right. So head to the Fall Haul at Northern Tool. Stock up at the season's biggest event and get huge savings on brands like Milwaukee, Honda, and Ingersoll Rand. Shop at northerntool.com. We're made for this.
I just had the best experience. My daughter went to the doctor and everything she needed was covered.
Everything? What insurance do you have?
Kids Partners, the CHIP plan from Jefferson Health Plans. It covers doctor and dentist appointments, ER visits, prescriptions, and more. Plus, my daughter can also get a new pair of glasses. They even offer free gym memberships.
Visit hpplans.com or call 866-599-0809 to learn more about Kids Partners, a part of Jefferson Health Plans.
Don't miss the Taste Philadelphia Festival of Food, Wine, and Spirits, October 20th and 21st at the Valley Forge Casino Resort. Taste palate-pleasing food samples from expert chefs while sipping your way through a selection of wine, beer, and spirits. The all-inclusive Grand Market ticket includes samples from area restaurants and live cooking demonstrations, all while mingling with local sports legends. And meet It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia star Glenn Howerton, signing bottles of Four Walls Whiskey. Eat, drink, and so much more at Philly Taste Fest this October 20th and 21st at the Valley Forge Casino. Visit phillytastefest.com for tickets and information.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Official home of the Sixers, Flyers, Union, and the best Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5, The Fanatic.
1250, 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Salchunas. Getting closer and closer and closer to first pitch tonight's game, Game 3 at Citizens Bank Park. 5:07, Aaron Nola versus Bryce Elder. We got Jeff McClain coming up in 10 minutes. Believe it or not, the Eagles, we will talk about them. They're 5-0. The Eagles are undefeated, so we have some Eagles talk coming up in 10 minutes. There was some news yesterday in Nakobe Dean. They opened the 21-day practice window, so we'll talk to Jeff McClain to see if there's a chance that Dean plays. We'll break down last week's game and, of course, get set for this upcoming week as well. But the Eagles are 5-0. What a beautiful time to be a Philadelphia sports fan. A red October and an undefeated Eagles team. You can't really beat it. For tonight, by the way, and I'll get to the calls in a second. My man Nick and Bill, I'll get to you. Tonight we have something really cool going on. Now, first, I'll say this. If you're on this side of the bridge, right, you don't want to drive into the city, you must watch the game tonight here at P.J. Willihan's in Maple Shade. There's so many TVs. Like, literally, just on one side of the bar, there's 5 TVs in front. If you're facing the other side of the bar, there's 5 TVs. There's one on the side. There's one behind me. I'm counting, like, as quickly as possible, at least 20 TVs in this place. So P.J. Willihan's, Route 38, Maple Shade, New Jersey, a great spot to be. And you can enjoy the Redemption Smash Cocktail, Redemption Bourbon, freshly muddled raspberries, and mint, fresh lime juice, simple syrup, club soda, and a whole lot more. But if you're on the other, go to Patty Wax on South Street. So we'll be doing a watch party. Me, Pat Egan, and Ray Dunn said he might make an appearance. Brendan Petrelli's going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Patty Wax will be there. And it's brought to us by Corona. So Coronas will be there, $5 Corona premieres and Corona extras on cans, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. We had so much fun at Top Tomato the other day, courtesy of our friends of Corona. The only thing that sucked was the Phillies lost, but the energy was electric for like 2 hours, and it's going to continue tonight. So if you're not going to the game, if you're not on the Jersey side here where you can go to the P.J. Willihan's at Maple Shade, come check us out on South Street where we go to Patty Wax. It's going to be a lot of fun, courtesy of our friends at Corona. Let's go back to the phones. You can climb in at 610-632-0975, and we will go to Nick in Jersey. Nick, you're on the Fanatic.
Good afternoon. How are we doing?
I'm great, Nick. How are you?
I'm good. As it gets closer and as I keep listening to the show, the little bit of nervous energy that's left is slowly exiting out.
That's good, because I was talking to somebody here at PJ's, and he was like, yeah, man, it's still there. I'm hoping right near the start of the game I'll start feeling better. I feel great right now, man.
I feel great. Sometimes history repeats itself. We're right where we were last year, splitting the series. Eagles are undefeated. Game 3 coming back to the Ruckus Citizens Bank Park. And I know that, we've heard some predictions already, and I can just see it right now. If Bryce Harper's that Reese Hoskins of last year, Schwarber walks, Trey Turner gets a double, second and third. Alex Bohm walks or gets hit by a pitch. Elder's a little nervous. He throws it right down the turnpike. Bryce Harper, grand slam, blows the roof off the place.
Yeah, I could totally see Harper doing something early, man. Absolutely.
Oh,
and then the Citizens Bank Park would not shut up. Like the rest of the night, it's just gonna be loud. We're gonna be obnoxious, and I love that.
Obnoxious, and the Braves will hear their chants. We'll take it 2-1. I'll see you tomorrow at Citizens Bank Park because I'm going as well.
Yes.
We're gonna eliminate the Braves. Spencer Strider, his stupid face, is gonna be yapping and yelling. Blooper, that stupid mascot, can go home crying, and we'll be dancing on our own to the NLCS. And while the Phillies do that, I'll be dancing on my own to MetLife Stadium to see the Eagles beat the Jets.
I love that, Nick. Thanks for the call, man. That's great. And the Eagles are destroying the Jets this week. I said yesterday to Ray, I'm going alternate line, -20. Like, the Birds are going to completely obliterate the Jets. It's not even a question, just like the Phillies will obliterate the Braves today. Now, I gave you the Aaron Nola numbers against the Braves in his career. The numbers aren't that dazzling, but as my man Nick just said, sometimes history repeats itself. So I can go back to about this time last year when the Phillies played the Braves on October the 14th. So we're almost at the 1-year anniversary. October the 14th they played last year in Game 3. Phils won 9-1. Aaron Nola was spectacular in that game, as we know. He pitched 6 innings, allowed 0 earned runs, just 1 run that was after the Reese Hoskins. He dropped the double play, but he only allowed 5 hits. He struck out 6. He only walked 2, so he was in the zone. It was great. And the numbers from the Braves players in that game, Acuna 1 for 4, Swanson 1 for 4, Olsen 0 for 2 with 2 walks, Riley 0 for 4. Darno had a good game. He was 2 for 4. Michael Harris 1 for 4. Ozuna 0 for 4. Rosario 0 for 2. Eventually pinch hit 4. Okay? So I feel great about the Phillies because I feel great about Aaron Nola. And if I'm a Braves fan, I'm not feeling great about Bryce Elder. Jeff McClain in 5 minutes. Let's go to Bill in Montgomeryville. What's up, Billy?
Hey, bud. How are you, man? I'm so psyched for tonight's game, bud.
Oh, man. So am I. So is everybody here at PJ Willihan's. Like everybody's. I hope everybody that's here is already off from work and is just celebrating the rest of the day.
I'm going down tomorrow. Hopefully they clinch. But first things first. Hey, real quick, if the Phillies are up big, 7th, 8th, 9th inning, I hope that they throw at Arcia. I hope they hit him in the hip or something, not the head, but the hip.
No, I would not do that.
I want to see him eat his words.
No, that's the thing. I would not do that because I don't want to then all of a sudden give them like clubhouse material too, and then they try to come out game 4, and then it gets ugly, right? What if the Phillies are up big in game 4, and then they throw at one of the better players of the Phillies? I wouldn't do that. For me, the best way to shut that dude up is for him to go 0 for 4 again. Phillies get the win. Harper has the big night, and I think that alone would do it.
All right, well, we'll see what you say. Hopefully, maybe game 4 then at least. But he needs to be shut up some way, shape, or form. That's for sure.
I hear you, and I get protecting the players, and I get that that's something that people have been doing in baseball forever. But I wouldn't. If you want to do a game 4, all right, I consider it. I would not do it tonight because you don't want to give any fire for them for game 4.
Yeah, well, I love Harper, and I don't blame him for overrunning that base. I like the aggressiveness. So, no hard feelings there at all. I hope he puts one out of the park tonight.
I think he will, Bill, and thanks for the call, man. I like aggressive Harper. I just don't like dumb aggressive Harper, and that was not smart, that base running. I'll say it again. It was not smart. And it's one thing for me, Mr. Yelling and Screamer guy on the radio. We had Larry Boa earlier on today. You can check it out again on 97.5 at Fanatic.com. He straight up said, Bryce Harper would like to have that back. That was not smart base running. He could have been standing flat foot on second base, which is what I said all day yesterday. Ray is my witness. All day yesterday I said if he stood flat foot on second base, he's getting back to first. And if it was dropped, he's still scoring. He's fast enough that he would score if the ball trickled far enough away, which it probably would have. You saw Harris's momentum going into the wall. He wouldn't have recovered quick enough to get Harper out of home plate, okay? But whatever. I love his aggressiveness too. I just like him to be a little bit smarter. Now, speaking of Larry Boa, Ray, I know we have Jeff come up in 2 minutes. I can't have this go 5 games.
No.
For my mentality. He said he expects Phillies in 5. I can't do it, dude.
I know he's the genius. He's been the one that's gotten them all right with this. It's hard for me to go against him. Phil's a 4, man. Just Phil's a 4. I don't want anyone getting back on planes. The only people getting on planes are the Braves to go back home to get ready for the offseason.
Because
Phil's a 4, man.
If they're going back to Atlanta, that means they either lose tonight or they lose tomorrow. I don't want to be at the ballpark if they lose tomorrow. And I sure as hell don't want to have to go to the ballpark being worried about seeing the Braves celebrating at Citizens Bank Park. So he says Phil's in 5, all right, but I would much rather it be Phil's in 4 for all of our collective mental health.
Please, I'm begging you.
Seriously. All right, 610-632-0975 to climb in. We have an hour left in the show, so I want to hear from you. What are you doing? Are you at the ballpark already? I mentioned the tweet from Taryn Hatcher. She posted a video of people already having catch outside of the lots because the lots aren't even open yet. But at 11:40, she tweeted out people already tailgating. There are people enjoying their beer here at PJ Willihan's already as we get closer and closer to first pitch. It's about to be 1 o'clock, which will mean 4 hours and 7 minutes until first pitch, and I can't wait for it. So we're talking Phillies for the final hour of the show, but we will take a quick timeout from the Phillies because I'm going to be joined momentarily by Jeff McClain of the Inquirer, Inquirer.com, because we have a 5-0 Eagles team. And we can't ignore the fact that the Eagles are 5-0, and I fully expect them to be 6-0 by the end of this week because there's no way that they lose to the New York Jets. You can give me all the football cliches, no week's an easy week, blah, blah. I get it. But you finally saw a full team performance. Offense played well, even though they still need to execute in the red zone. The offense looked better. The defense showed up, especially in the second half. The adjustments made by Sean Desai, the Hassan Reddick getting to the quarterback. Zach Wilson, or whoever the quarterback is for the Jets, has no shot this weekend. But let's go to the Comcast Business Hotline to talk to the man from the Inquirer and Inquirer.com, the great Jeff McClain. Jeff, what's going on, man? Happy Phillies Game 3 day.
Yeah, a lot going on here in Philadelphia, sports-wise.
Yeah, it's just like last year, right? Phillies are tied 1-1, coming home against Atlanta, and the Eagles are 5-0. And Jeff, they finally looked like an undefeated team this past weekend.
I would agree this is their best performance, their most complete performance so far. And, came on the road against a team that, I don't think they're world beaters right now, the Rams. But still, you're talking about you're talking about the Super Bowl champs just 2 years ago. Matthew Stafford, Aaron Donald, Cooper Kupp coming off injury. I mean, there are obviously some studs on that side of the ball. And then for them to go out there and to, put up as many yards as they did, to really just shut down that Rams offense in the second half, portends well for the Eagles here over the rest of the season.
Now, when I had you on last week, we talked about Bradley Roby a little bit and how that was a signing, probably a little bit of desperation because of the injury to Devontae Maddox, and Goodrich hadn't been great. But when we last spoke, we weren't sure that he was even going to be active. And he was, and he played well in the second half.
Yeah, he played the most number of snaps in the slot. It ended up being, and I don't think that was the plan exactly going in. I mean, they were obviously dressing him, and he was going to play some of the reps, probably a little more than they had hoped to, because the experiment with Mario Goodrich and Eli Ricks splitting those reps at that position didn't really work out that well. And I think for the most part, Roby held up. If you watch the film, I just got done doing it and kind of specifically looked at that position. Yeah, he wasn't, I wouldn't say great, but you have to understand, this is a guy who hadn't played football in a while. This is a guy that's walking into a new scheme. So it was expected that he was going to probably struggle in some respects. But what Sean Desai really did in that second half was just, he threw the kitchen sink at the Rams. And he just bracketed coverages and did whatever he could just to kind of give Matthew Stafford something else to think about when he looked at his first and second reads, because, I think personnel-wise, that's going to continue to be a problem, that slot position. Roby is a 10-year pro. He's been through it. He started his career mostly on the outside and eventually transitioned more to the inside. With the Saints, tackling was an issue. There was a reason, obviously, why he wasn't signed. But I think right now he's probably going to have to be the answer. They'll probably maybe do some rotation. I think they like Goodrich more on rundowns. I think he's a better tackler, and you got to be able to tackle that spot. And I think with Roby, they probably trust him a little more in coverage, so you may see him a little more in that regard. But it worked for one game. Let's see how it goes over here the next few weeks.
Now, on the flip side, offensively, how good was it for Dallas Goedert to have that breakout game for the first time this season?
Yeah, like the Eagles were saying, he's drawing defenders, he's doing it with blocking. But, let's be honest here. They wanted to get this guy going in terms of being a receiver and getting them yards after the catch, which was something that he's always been strong at. And a lot of that credit goes to Jalen Hurts for throwing to him on the run. But look, if you want to make defenses have to cover the entire field, have to cover those top three guys, and the other two obviously are A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, you need Dallas Goedert to start producing, right? Look, obviously he's got the talent. They're always going to be wary of him. But if you're not getting the catches, you're not putting up the numbers, then defenses can say, you know what, okay, maybe we don't have to spend as much time on him, and it changes the coverages. But now that he's producing, in fact, all three are producing. I know Devontae didn't have much in terms of catches against the Rams. You're forcing teams to have to account for all three of these guys, and then that's why you'll see. I know everyone's down on Quez Watkins, and I think rightfully so, based upon that one screen pass where he just did not follow his blocks. But you're going to want to get him involved a little too, because you just want to be able to kind of keep team defenses. You want them to have to count for all the guys out there, all five guys, all five skill position guys out there.
Now, I thought it was a second straight good week for the Eagles offense, but there is still the issue in the red zone. I know the last drive, it was more so kill clock, get the 3 points, make it a 2-possession game. But there is still some red zone struggles. What do you think? Is there an emphasis in practice this week at this point? It should have been the last couple of weeks with the red zone offense. What could the Eagles do different to really look better inside the 20? Because between the 20s, they're fine, right? They're getting chunk plays, but then once they get into that red zone, all of a sudden it just looks like they can't get anything going.
Yeah, 4-13 in the last three games. But if you take away that last drive, you take away the last drive of the Bucs when they went in the 4-minute mode and that 9-minute drive, you're talking about 4 out of 11. So not as bad, but not where the Eagles want to be statistically. And they were one of the better teams in the red zone last year. And I think if you look at it, what's the big difference? The new play caller. And I'm not saying that's all on Brian Johnson, but I think there's, as we saw in the first two games, just in terms of the entire field, there were some chemistry issues, and I think that's what we're seeing in terms of him and Jalen Hurts down there. And maybe, what Jalen's comfortable in terms of the play calling. Now, look, execution's been a part of it, and I think, a lot of it falls on Nick Sirianni. It's his scheme. It's his game plan. He's assisting as it goes along. To me, the plays are all the same. So it's not the plays, and they can get it done there. And look, if you look at the numbers more closely, it's like, from the deep red zone to the shallow red zone, there's a big disparity there. So when the Eagles get within the 10, they can punch it in typically because, they can run it. They have big bodies up front. They get close to the goal line. They have, the brotherly shove, and they have, running backs who can plow it in. You have a quarterback who can plow it in. But it's that 10 to 20 yard area that they're struggling. And that falls a lot on the passing game. And I think because it hasn't been clicking in the passing game, Brian's been calling these quarterback design runs maybe a little more than I think you would like, because defenses seem to be really on top of Jalen in those circumstances, knowing that the draw play has been a huge play for them. So I think there just needs to be a little more creativity in the play call, a little more imagination in terms of what you can do down there. It's the toughest area. Obviously, that's why there's so much emphasis placed upon it in terms of getting the ball into the end zone. Just not much yardage to work with. But there's always got to be something. They're not perfect right now, but I think if you look at the rest of the team, they believe at some point they'll be able to figure out the red zone.
Yeah, and I think some good medicine would be the New York Jets. I know their defense is good, but come on, let's face it. It should be 6-0 after this Sunday.
I tell you what, man, I think that defense is going to give them problems. Now, yeah, if you look at Zach Wilson, I know he's been playing better of late.
I just think they'll have a lot of good field position. Like, I know that defense is very good, and if they had a quarterback, right, which their plans were Rodgers, they'd be a much better team. But I imagine the Eagles, they're not getting pinned deep every single time to start their drive.
No, what we've seen the Eagles do and really help their defense is, I think you say what you want about the offense in the red zone. The time of possession has been lopsided.
Yeah.
And the defense hasn't had to play a lot of plays and a lot of minutes. And if you can do the same thing against that Jets defense, then it just kind of, just makes it so much easier. And the Eagles have been able to run the ball typically when they want to. And then the passing offense has just been better the last 2 weeks. But that being said, this is a game certainly I think they can lose. And, it's going to happen at some point this season, right? It's going to happen, right? They're going to have a game that everyone expects them to win, and they're not going to win. But, yeah, I agree with you, on paper. And then if you look at that Jets offensive line and Zach Wilson and the Eagles defensive line, you're thinking a bunch of sacks is a lot of pressures.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. Now, last thing for you, Jeff. Speaking of Jeff McClain, Inquirer.com. What's the latest on the injury front? Fletcher Cox obviously ended up missing last week's game. How's he doing? And what's the latest on Nakobe Dean? They opened the 21-day practice window yesterday. Is there a chance that we see him this weekend?
Yeah, we have yet to see the players out of practice. They've yet to issue injury report. My understanding is that Fletcher has a chance to play this week. And with Nakobe, I spoke to him last week, and he seems to think that once he's off the IR, he's going to be back out there. He's obviously got to, complete a few tasks here. He's got to go through practice, and the Eagles have to see him in terms of his fitness, all these other things. So I'm not, writing that down in ink. But he seems to think he's coming back and playing right away.
Okay, well, that's a good sign. Jeff, thanks as always for the time, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for still moving some stuff around for us and working your time to come on today. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, talk to you guys. Thanks a lot.
There he is, Jeff McClain from the Inquirer and Inquirer.com. Coming up next, Ray, we have a starting lineup for your Philadelphia Phillies tonight. So I'll give you the lineup coming your way next. Let me quickly check the Twitter account of the Atlanta Braves. See, it doesn't even pop up for me right away because why would I follow them? The Atlanta Braves have yet to put out their starting lineup because they're scared. They are scared. They don't even want to put out their lineup. The last tweet is still 2 hours ago. Bryce Elder. I kind of want to, what I'm going to do? I'm going to click and look at the responses to see if, A, how many crazy Phillies fans have responded to the announcement that Bryce Elder's the starter. But I want to see if any Braves fans are terrified because that will tell me all I need to know. But But I also want to hear from you. Final segment ahead, 610-632-0975. I'm Andrew Salchunas, broadcasting live from the P.J. Willahans in Maple Shade, New Jersey, Route 38. We were here last Tuesday before Game 1 of the wild card round. We're here today before the first home game of the NLDS for the Phillies, and I'm happy to be here. This is a great spot to be. It's good vibes. There's a lot of people already getting set for tonight's game that is under 4 hours away. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies Braves Game 3 tonight. I'm Ray Dunn. This update is brought to you by Harris Philadelphia. Harris Philadelphia wants to give you more for your play with 3 times comp dollars on table games. Get to Harris Philly and start earning. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Phillies looking to bounce back from that Game 2 loss. Is Game 3 tonight at Citizens Bank Park, 5:07 start time. Aaron Nola on the mound for the Phillies. We found out during the show today, Bryce Elder getting the start for Atlanta. Phillies beat the Braves, of course, in Game 3 of last year's NLDS. Reese Hoskins and Bryce Harper powered the Phillies to a 9-1 victory. Both Larry Boa and Matt Breen joined the show early to preview the matchup. You can catch their conversations one more time at 97.5thefanatic.com. Eagles and Jets at MetLife on Sunday at 4:25. Eagles coming off the win against the Rams. Jets coming off the win against the Broncos. Eagles open a 21-day practice window for linebacker Nakobe Dean to return from a foot injury. That was one of the things that Jeff McClain just spoke about with Andrew. Jeff McClain joined the show to talk all things Eagles. You'll be able to catch that conversation one more time at 97.5thefanatic.com. This update is also brought to you by Discover, introducing Discover Cashback Debit, a game-changing checking account with cashback. Eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashback debit. Discover Bank, member FDIC. Keep it locked here for the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn, the home for the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic.
Join Andrew Salchunas, Pat Egan, and Corona tonight at 5 for a playoff watch party at Patty Wax at 150 South Street in Philly. Catch all the action and enjoy $5 Corona and Corona Premier bottles and Modelo drafts. Plus, the first 50 people get a free Red October t-shirt. Corona, the official cerveza of Major League Baseball.
This is the lunch rush at your local deli. Orders are flying in. Online, on the phone, and in person.
Order for Nick.
So is it possible that fast internet could help your business outrun the rush? It is with Comcast Business. Up-leveling your speed with gig speed Wi-Fi, powering all your devices, and fast downloads and uploads, powered by the next generation 10G network. With Comcast Business, next level speed isn't just possible, it's happening. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with fast speeds and advanced security for $39 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Plus, ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call or go online to learn more. Ends 11/12/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and automatic payments. New 50 megabits per second internet and security edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and compatible router.
Hey, it's Jen Scordo. Get ready to start the NFL week off on the right foot because right now all customers can get a no-sweat same-game parlay for Thursday Night Football. Just place a 3-leg same-game parlay on this week's game between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. And you're going to get bonus bets back if you don't win. NFL same-game parlays are the perfect way to combine all your bets for a chance at a bigger payday. Just visit FanDuel.com/Scordo to build your own or choose from one of the popular SGPs pre-built for you in FanDuel's top-rated sportsbook app. Visit FanDuel.com/Scordo so you don't miss out on your chance to get a no-sweat same-game parlay on America's #1 sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. FanDuel is an official sports betting partner of the NFL.
21 plus and present in PA. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, I'm Patrick Fingles, founder of New Look Home Design.
And I'm Jess Fingles, manager at New Look Home Design.
What are you doing here, Jess?
Well, little brother, I'm doing the same thing you've been doing for over 20 years, offering a fantastic deal on roofing from a fantastic company.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. In fact, people refer to me as the better Fingles. So I figure I should give people an even better deal on roofing. Right now, save 50% on all roofing materials, plus get a staggering 5 years interest-free financing financing. And lastly, we'll throw in a manufacturer Golden Pledge warranty.
What are you doing, Jess? That's crazy.
Well, Pat, as manager of New Look, I see things differently than you. I'm responsible for a great customer experience. I ensure every job goes smooth, and now I'm ensuring everyone gets the best deal.
Sounds like you really are the better Fingles. Don't wait. Call 800-279-5300 or visit newlookhomedesign.com. Better deals from the better Fingles.
Imagine getting ahead of your irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain and get ahead of your symptoms. Talk to your doctor about Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Can't sleep with this cold.
Honey.
Honey?
Honey, you need NyQuil Severe Honey.
NyQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a dreamy honey taste.
Feeling better, honey? Honey? I'll take that as a yes.
Try NyQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu symptom relief. NyQuil Severe with honey flavor. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever. Honeylicious, best sleep with a cold. Medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-330-2929. That's 800-330-2929. 800-330-2929.
Ricky Bowe here for Alpha Men's Center. Guys will spend hours on their fantasy team, but not a single minute on something with real-life consequences. ED. Truth is, more than 60% of men over age 50 have ED. Here's another stat. Alpha Men's Center has a 96% success rate treating ED. 96%. That's no fantasy, and neither is this. Your first consultation is only $99, which includes the visit, blood work, and test dose. Schedule yours today at alphamenscenter.com or call 484-685-1235.
You know, PJ Wellahans has wings, regular or boneless. 3 ways to enjoy PJ's famous wings while you're watching the Phillies. At your local PJ's, PJ's Wings to Go, or at Citizens Bank Park in Ashburn Alley.
By the time you're finished listening to this Pepsi Zero Sugar, you'll be 15 seconds closer to kickoff. Stock up now because game day is so close you can almost taste it. Football watching. Better with Pepsi.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now.
Don't miss the Taste Philadelphia Festival of Food, Wine, and Spirits, October 20th and 21st at the Valley Forge Casino Resort. Taste palate-pleasing food samples from expert chefs while sipping your way through a selection of wine, beer, and spirits. The all-inclusive Grand Market ticket includes samples from area restaurants and live cooking demonstrations, all while mingling with local sports legends. And meet It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia star Glenn Howerton, signing bottles of Four Walls whiskey. Eat, drink, and so much more at Philly Taste Fest this October 20th and 21st at the Valley Forge Casino. Visit phillytastefest.com for tickets and information.
This is David Keller from David Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. And you know I love Philly sports, but when I'm not at a game, I take care of my clients. Sometimes, it seems harder than ever to buy a car right now. And then when you do, you go into service, and it's awful, right? Well, I can fix all that. I mean, forget about the old way you bought a car. I'll get you the car you need, the terms you need, and then I'll take care of you right up until you buy your next car. Because I love my clients, and I love our Philly sports teams. And that's why I've always been your dealer. You just didn't know it.
Adam Schefter plays on one station in Philly, 97.5 The Fanatic.
The Tunis train is rolling into Game 3 tonight. Phil's Braves 5:07 7. I can't wait for everyone to be at Citizens Bank Park, 46 now. All right? You listen to me. If you're going to the ballpark tonight, if you listen to me, I want everybody that is a member of the Braves to be miserable and to hate their lives, okay? I want Brian Snitker to not sleep tonight, okay? Because I want him to remember the vile things that was said to him. Of course, like, not too far, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I want him to be afraid to go back into the ballpark. I want Spencer Strider to hear it. When the Phillies have a big lead, you know what I want? I'm going to ask this of you now. When the Phillies have a big lead tonight, which they will, I want the Strider chants to start tonight. I want the people chanting Strider in the ballpark, just like they did during Game 3 of the NLDS last year. I want the Strider chants to start. You know, if the Phillies have like a 5-6 run lead, it's the bottom of the 8th. You're not going to do it while the Phillies are pitching. But I want to hear Strider, Strider. I want to hear that in the 8th inning tonight, 7th or 8th, whenever you want it, because I want that guy to know what he's about to walk into again tomorrow night. Make that happen for me, Citizens Bank Park. Please, I am begging you. You know how the whole Trey Turner situation started, the standing ovation? Give me the credit for this one. I want the Strider chants to start tonight when the Phillies are beating the Braves. All right, I do have your lineups. Ray, we'll start with the Phillies. No shock. Phillies going up against a right-handed pitcher. Bryce Elder, your lineup for the Fightins tonight. Kyle Schwarber in the leadoff spot. Home run. Trey Turner batting second. Works a walk. Steals second. Harper drives him in. 2-0 Phillies. All right. Does that sound good so far?
Love that start. Big fan. Keep it going.
Schwarber, Turner, Harper. Bohm bats fourth. Stott in the 5-hole. Real Muto, Castellanos, Marsh back out in the outfield. And Danny Rojas. Johan Rojas, but Danny Rojas from
Ted Lasso. Yeah, I got
Ted
you.
Lasso.
Yep.
Thank you.
Good reference.
Rojas batting ninth. And again, versus Elder, the numbers aren't that pretty for Schwarber and Harper and Stott. They are a combined 0 for 12, the left-handed hitters. You had Real Muto in there. They're a combined 0 for 15, but that's just one game. Don't worry about it. But the big thing is the right-handed bats. Bohm, 2 for 5. Castellanos, 2 for 5, both of which are home runs. And then the one lefty that's had a lot of success is Brandon Marsh. And Marsh in the starting lineup today, he's 2 for 3, has also worked the walk. So that's an on-base of 750 against Bryce Elder. Now, I will give you the Braves lineup in a second, but I want to go back to the tweet when the Braves posted that Bryce Elder will be the starter for tonight's game. Do yourself a favor, because me just reading it may not do justice, like you hearing it. You might want to read it yourself. The responses from Braves fans are amazing. Now, of course, some of them are like, let's go. I have a lot of confidence in anybody. Go Braves. It's because they haven't been watching. There's one tweet. Looks like a bullpen game. Short leash. There's somebody saying that they need a prayer circle. There's a lot of gifs of people sweating. One guy, Rooster Prime, says, oh, Lord, heaven help us, Braves fans. A lot of people are saying that they're scared. Peyton says this is not good. They better have the bullpen ready. Kristen says, yikes. Mr. Bean says they need a lot of run support. Another Peyton, if we seriously have to rely on Bryce Elder in the playoffs, we're bleeped. So I love that Braves fans are in the replies to the Braves Twitter account complaining about the decision to start Elder tonight. The Max Fried enthusiast on Twitter responds, and Harper drills it deep right center for a grand slam in the first. I love that they are this worried already about Bryce Elder being the starting pitcher. When your own fan base does not have his back, that makes me feel even better about tonight's game, Ray.
Oh, I feel so much better about it. I need one thing out of you when it comes to Bryce Elder, because you mentioned the left-hander that's had some success in Brandon Marsh. Last time the two of us were on the air before a home Braves-Phillies postseason game, you ripped Brandon Marsh, and he responded with a 3-run home run in Game 4 of last year's NLDS. What I need from you right now is to give me your worst possible Brandon Marsh take so that he can take that into tonight's game and put this Phillies team ahead early on.
All right, Brandon Marsh will go 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts.
Oh, I can't wait. That's free money for all of you out there. Free money for all of you out there.
And remember, I then got bullied into betting a Brandon Marsh anytime home run in the previous game, and it didn't hit. And then, of course, the next game he hit the home run off of Morton, and I missed it.
Money Marsh.
Yeah, that's right. So, hey, let's go. I would appreciate Brandon Marsh to have a big game for the Phillies tonight. That would be great. Your lineup for
no. You can't.
I want him to. Oh, I don't
stay
want
on
him
that
to,
side.
I can't say I
Stay
want
on-
him to suck. Like, I don't want him to suck. I want him to do well. Fine. I'll say I don't expect him to do much. How about that?
There you go. Perfect.
Is that better?
Exactly what we needed. Just like the Braves fans don't expect much out of Elder, and I love it.
Out of Bryce Elder?
Beautiful.
Yeah, which they shouldn't because he stinks. Your lineup for the Braves, Acuna, Albies, Riley, Olsen. That's 1 through 4. Marcelo Zuna from the Braves. He bats 5th. Travis d'Arnaud bats 6th. So d'Arnaud back behind the dish. And we were talking about this during the break. Vito and I, we talked about it with Pat during the watch party the other night. You can run against d'Arnaud. You didn't because Fried's got a good pickoff move. Let's see if they're a little bit more aggressive against d'Arnaud and Elder tonight on the base pass. Now, I was thinking this. Let me just finish out the lineup. Rosario on left, Arcia batting 8th, or as Brendan Petrella called him, Assia, and Michael Harris bats 9th in center field. I was thinking tonight might be the just win with strength of your team. Aaron Nola on the mound. Have the big guys come up big. Bryce Harper's got a lot to get to after the comments made by Orlando Arcia. Obviously, the double play at the end of the game. There are guys, big-name guys on this team that need to step up tonight that I thought, and if you remember, Ray, I said that I thought Game 2 would be the big-name player game. Like Harper would have the big moment, and Schwarber would have the big moment, and Castellanos would have the big moments, and Turner would have the big moments. And unfortunately, they really didn't. And Turner hurt them. Bryce Harper hurt them at the end there. So maybe that's tonight. And then tomorrow is the game where Rob Thompson manages like it's Game 7 of the World Series because you do not want to go back to Atlanta.
Yeah, I think tomorrow that's the way you manage. I think today is, hey, Nola, you go out there. I trust in you. Go get me as much as you can, and then we'll turn it over to the bullpen when we need to. But I'm not looking at today as, managing is, what off. I'm looking today as, hey, you do what you feel comfortable with, and you go in terms of just trying to get this pivotal game. I'm not trying to manage this like there's no tomorrow. I'm managing tomorrow as if there is no tomorrow, because really you could put yourself in a tough spot with the thought of, and I think it was Matt Breen that said this when he was on with you earlier about, hey, you got to manage with the idea that, hey, tomorrow exists and we have to win both of these.
Yeah, I mean, you want to win both these, but I do think tonight's just like the brute strength, and then tomorrow's the go all out, manage your ass off, Rob. By the way, your thoughts. MLB just tweeted the fit of Bryce Harper walking into Citizens Bank Park. He's got the flannel. The hair is just flowing magnificently. Like, he looks like he's about to play in the championship series in the NHL. Right, the hair is just flowing wonderfully. He's got a Coach Prime shirt on under the flannel.
Oh.
Now, I'm all about it. You know how I feel about the Colorado situation. Like, Coach Prime put a team on the map that had 2 wins last year, and people talk about them on a given basis. So I'm all about it. Good move by Harper to go with the Coach Prime shirt.
Oh, prime time? I like it. I'm in on this. This is a nice fit. And yeah, he does look like a hockey player strolling in there.
He does, doesn't he?
He looks such like a hockey player right there.
He looks like he's about to play, he's a second-line winger for the Flyers.
Hey, if he's not busy this winter.
As Vito says next to me, it looks like the Barry Melrose mullet, which, by the way, it's such a shame what's going on with him. I've had the privilege to have him on my show, and then, obviously producing for Anthony, and back in the day, Jason and Harry, and he is a wonderful man. So really sad news for Barry Melrose. He's going to be battling with Parkinson's disease, and so he's no longer going to be doing coverage for ESPN. So tough news yesterday. It was really cool that Wayne Gretzky put out that, he narrated the video that was out there, and I thought that was really cool. So tough news yesterday in the hockey world. A guy that's just, he's a staple when it comes to the NHL. So tough news there, but the Bryce Harper flow is looking beautiful right now. Speaking of Brandon Marsh, Ray, Pat Gallen just posted this, our old buddy Pat Gallen, now with CBS. Brandon Marsh speaking to the media, the quote, "We're back in the bank, so we're happy. The vibes are up." And Ray, you are a vibesman. You are a vibesman. You're all fired up, I'm sure, just hearing that quote. He's back in the starting lineup tonight. You know that he is a vibesman even when he's not playing. if he's feeling a certain type of way going into this game, maybe something does happen with Marsh tonight.
No, don't say it. I'll say it. I think something's going to happen with Marsh tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing Marsh tonight. You don't say it. Absolutely, though. The vibe of them coming back, there is something to, okay, the Braves have seen this before. They know what to expect this time around. But on the other side of this, and I think that's something we get carried away with talking about what it's like in Citizens Bank Park. The chaos, the pandemonium, that fuels this team. This is a chaotic bunch. This is a group that loves to be in the midst of the party, and that's what that becomes at that ballpark. It becomes a party. It becomes the biggest celebration of baseball you could have in Philadelphia, and I think they love it. I think they feed off of it more than I think we're going to be talking about how it gets to the Braves. A young pitcher? Sure, I think it gets to a young pitcher, but overall, what it'll do for the Braves as a group, I think we're overselling that and maybe underselling how much it just gets this group going, gets this group locked in and fired up to go make something happen.
And I think, there was a lot of talk that, and you were at game 2 of the wild card round, so you can talk about this more because I was not at the wild card game in Citizens Bank Park. But there was talks of, all right, obviously the crowd was rocking, but it was almost like a business rocking feel until the Stott home run happened, and then the place just erupted. This is going to be different. This is going to be a raucous crowd. I would say nasty crowd the next 2 days.
Yeah, nasty. There's just more in terms of what you're throwing into this. This is the Braves. This is, historically a team that going back for them. I mean, we played the vault today, the 1993 series. Obviously, last season plays into it. This feels, for a lot of people, like the winner is your World Series victor. And a lot of people have said that. A lot of people have been looking forward to that. I think all that energy, and then there's a nervous energy to it. Also, there's, you're kind of projecting your emotions onto the field inside of that ballpark because you have the feeling of this is a really good team. Against the Marlins, it's like, let's get crazy. Let's send these guys home. Right now,
exactly. You knew they were winning. There was no question about it. And I still think the Phillies win in 4, but there is that, as Matt Breen said, the nervous energy. And nervous energy can still be loud, right? And so I think people are going to be so much more into the game at all points today and so much more into making the Braves players feel like they're in hell. Because, the Marlins players, you booed Jazz Chisholm because he was the best player on that team. But, I don't think anybody was really nasty toward Jazz Chisholm. They're going to be nasty toward everybody on the Braves today, and I'm all for it. And like I said, I want Strider chance when the Phillies are up big today. I want him to know what he's going to be walking into tomorrow. Now, here's what I want to do. I'd like to do this on, Football Fridays where I go rapid-fire calls because I know not everybody wants to sit on hold for a while. So we got about 20 minutes left. So here's what I want to do. In the final 20 minutes of the show, first, we're going to play the montage of the Phillies playoff run to date. The first 3 wins. Screw last game. Screw Monday night. I don't care about Monday night. But what I want to do is I'm going to play this montage for you. But at 610-632-0975, I want you to call in, and it'll be quick. I promise. You will get on. I want you to give your prediction for tonight's game. I want you to give me your bet, your anytime home run bet. I want you to tell me how many strikeouts Aaron Nola's going to have. I want you to tell me why you hate Blooper. I want you to tell me why you hate Spencer Strider. I want you to tell me why Bryce Elder's going to pee his pants today. I want to hear all the smack talk in the world. Orlando Arcia took a shot at our best player the other day. I want to hear your response to him. So the final 20 minutes of the show, I'm running through you all at 610-632-0975. But first, Ray, let me hear the montage from the first 3 wins in the playoffs.
There are home field advantages, and then there's Philadelphia.
That one is fair down the line. Combs going to drive in a run. Here comes Rojas. He heads to second. 1-0 Philadelphia. When it started up the middle and through. RBI for Pache. A big hit for somebody who hasn't had many. Castellanos hooks that one. It's going to get down and go to the wall. Harper. He's being held. He runs through that side, and he's safe. Got him there. Nola with a terrific off-speed knuckle curve.
Just great finish to that curveball.
Ripped, fair ball. It hugs the wall. Now Sanchez has to chase it. Flying around is Pache from first. Schwarber breaks on. His double makes it 1-0 Philadelphia. Right back up the middle. That one goes off of Garrett into right field. Here comes Schwarber. It's 2-0 Philadelphia. It's deep. That is gone. A grand slam for Stott. The brink just broke. Thanks to Bryson Stott's base clearing Granny. A good season, not necessarily making the postseason, getting back to the World Series. Step one of that process has been completed. The Phillies 7-1 win the wild card over the Marlins and now get to face the Braves.
Phillies a runner at second, the 0-2 to Stott. And a line drive to left down. Harper got a great jump with 2 outs. Pilar's throw to the plate comes in on a hop. Safe. Harper scores. Bryson Stott delivers the first run of the game. A 2-strike, 2-out RBI single. And the Phillies strike first in game 1. Hoffman back in the big leagues with the Phillies in early May. Bounced around between Cincinnati, Minnesota, Toronto, and Colorado before that. Been around a while. He picks up a huge strikeout. Back to the splitter. And Harris is out. The Braves strand the bases loaded. Hoffman and Harris, 2 base runners, strands them both, and he leaves the bases loaded. Suarez says, all right. And Harper rings one right field. That is up and gone. Bryce Harper with a home run. Right on cue, on base for the 3rd time. His second hit. Harper fired up on his way around the bags. And the Phillies lead it 2-0. What's the matchup I can try to plumb out of the opposition? That is a great play by Turner. Flips to the bag. Throw to first. A double play. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Trey Turner, a spectacular play at short. It would be one thing just to get it out there, but the Phillies turn it up and get out of the inning. What a moment. Phillies still lead 3-0. Braves with just 5 hits tonight on the first pitch. Fly ball to left. This should do it. Brandon Marsh coming in. He's got it, and the Philadelphia Phillies take game 1 on the road for the 2nd consecutive season. A 3-0 victory. Trey Turner with a brilliant play. He and Stott turned the key double play in the 8th. And the Phillies, Jeff, strike first in this best-of-5.
See, there it is. There it is. That's what I need. Thank you, Matt Menard. Thank you, Ray Dunn. Thank you, Silvana. Everybody doing great work getting that montage together as the Phillies are now just 2 wins away from getting back to the NLCS for back-to-back seasons. So what I want to do the rest of the show, we got about 13 minutes left. I want to hear from you lunatics, man. And I've been saying this all day. I mean lunatics with love, right? I am looking forward to 46,000 lunatics making the members of the Braves' lives miserable, all right? I want Brian Snitker, that toad, to be miserable. He looks like an older Chip Kelly, and Chip Kelly looked like a toad. So it makes me hate him even more. I hate that Ronald Acuna Jr. Michael Harris, screw you for making my life miserable on Monday night, okay? Austin Riley, screw you for making my life miserable. Can't wait to see you go 0 for 4, Mr. I Can't Touch a Fastball. Screw the Atlanta Braves. Screw you, Orlando Arcia. I want to hear from you at 610-632-0975. Let's kick things off with Mary in Springfield. What's up, Mary?
Hi, it's Marie. How are
Hi,
you?
Hi, Marie. Sorry.
That's okay. So listen, this has happened many times since the season started. The game, bottom of the first up, Kyle Schwarber, he's going to park the ball. Long ball opens the game, and from there, toast. The Braves are toast. The series will end 4 games, and on we go.
Thank you, Marie. That's a tremendous start.
Listen, he's done it so many times this year. He's done that. He's opened the game with homers, probably more than anyone else in the MLB. Look it up. But
and it's going to happen tonight, too, isn't it?
It's happening tonight, and that's just going to start it off. And we're just going to put the Braves down the minute we get up the bat. That's how it's going to go.
Damn right, Marie. Thank you for the call. You enjoy yourself tonight. Let's go to Doug in Maple Shade. Doug, you're on the Fanatic.
Shooters!
What's up, Doug?
Let's go, man.
Where are you? I'm right here in Maple Shade. I'm at the P.J. Wilhans at Maple Shade.
Well, that's why I'm calling in, man. I'm a shader. I had to call. You're right in my backyard, man.
Damn right, man.
Listen, Schwarber's lead off, like first pitch stats are unreal, man. I'm telling you, lead off home run, first pitch today. All right? That's how it's going to start. Then you go to Trey. Trey gets on, maybe a single. You know what I mean? Something up the middle, something like that. Then you got bada bing, bada boom. Boomer, double. Pushes fucking Trey to third.
We got to dump that one. That's all right. That's all right. Look, I know you're excited. But I know I'm saying rapid fire and the emotions are high and everybody's fired up. But we got to be careful what we say. And by the way, Bone's batting fourth. Harper's going to do something first. And then you get to say the F word. But not yet, all right, because he bats fourth. Let's try a little cleaner this time with Sean from Pine Hill. Uh-oh. What's up, Sean?
Phillies fan, just remember the last time Acuna and the Braves were out there on our field, they were celebrating that little stupid National League East pennant champion they won. Now get in the business. Here's the thing. You got to wake up Uncle Frank right now. I know he's passed out on the Chunas trade. Stock that Chunas chain up with a bunch of alcohol because this trade is going to keep chugging along. No one's going to go in there and dominate, and the Braves are going to do what they always do, and that is choke like a bunch of rookie hookers. Let's go!
Thank you, Sean. I appreciate the call. Chunas train is flowing right now. Keep it up, Ray. Keep it up. I just need to hear for a second and collect my thoughts. After the last two callers, I just got to collect my thoughts. No, we're good. That's fine. That one's okay. It's just, I can't believe it. I never know. I never know where this segment goes. So people are fired up. The lots are buzzing already. Right, PJ Willahan's here. Maple Shade is buzzing already. I'm buzzing already. I promise I'm not. I got to get home first. Then I'll be buzzing later on the night. But we'll get to that later on. I'll tell you what we got going on tonight. But yeah, everybody is fired up, and I love it. Let's go to Terrence. You're in Hamilton. Terrence, what's up? You're on the Fanatic.
Chunas, what's going on, man? Go Phils.
Go Phillies, man.
I got a question. What do the Braves and Cowboys have in common?
They suck, period.
They both peaked in the 90s. They're both going to fail on the biggest stage. They're both going to lose. They're both going to go home crying. Them and their trash fan bases. Phillies, Aaron Nola goes 6 innings tonight strong. 1 earned run. Phillies win. Bold prediction here, 7-2. Phillies
7-2. I love it. Look, 9-1 last year. I'll take 7-2 in Game 3 with Nola on the bump.
I'm not going to drop an F-bomb, but Kyle Schwarber's going to drop a shore bomb. That's
damn right. That's a good one, Terrence. Thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it. Now, this game is also a revenge game. We had our man, the Fink, call in earlier, Ray.
That's right.
When he called in earlier, his Twitter account was still active.
No.
It is no longer active. The Atlanta Braves put in a phone call. His account has been locked when he tweeted to Blooper, count your blessings, it all ends soon. So we have a revenge game for the Fink today. The Phillies aren't only doing it for us going to the game. The Phillies aren't just doing it to try to win the World Series. The Phillies aren't just trying to do it to beat the Braves. They got to do it for the Fink, man. One of our own because of that loser, Blooper. Really?
Wow.
That ain't right. That ain't right, Ray.
No, that's not right.
Come on, man.
He was on cloud 9. He cracked the beer.
They locked his account. Unreal. Can't believe it.
Unbelievable.
Weak franchise. All right, here's what I want to do, Ray. Because we're talking about, Schwar bombs and all this kind of stuff. I want to build a little SGP. I'm going to go to my FanDuel Sportsbook app and see what we could cook up in the last couple of minutes of the show. Because this is a good, I do think the bats come alive today. And that's when it's most fun, when you put together an SGP, when the bats come alive. So here's what I'm going to do. I got the app open right now. I'm starting off right away. Phil's money line, -122. That's happening. I fully believe it. No, let's see what his strikeout total is. 4.5 over. Bang. All right, so that's 2 legs right there. To hit a home run. Now, here's the deal. Do I go to hit a home run Schwarber or to hit first home run Schwarber, which is +500?
At this point, I think what we've heard from today, if he doesn't hit a leadoff home run, a lot of people in the Delaware Valley are going to be disappointed. So let's go with it. Let's throw the leadoff home run.
First home run, Kyle Schwarber. So that also, the $10 bet gets you 148 already. It pops up right away. I believe Bryce Harper has a monster day. Oh, wait, you can do 5 total bases. Whoa, Bryce Harper to record 5 total bases. I'm putting that in there. A $10. I'm at 4 legs, man. Phil's money line, Nola over in strikeouts, Harper to record 5 total bases, and Schwarber to hit the first home run in the game. $10 wins you $1,200. Are you riding with me, Ray?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. And then to record a run, well, you have to Harper, because I imagine one of them, does that even? Yeah. All right, Harper to record a run. I'll do Trey Turner to record a run. Now, all of a sudden, $10 get me at $1,600. I'll be greedy. Damn it. I don't care. That's 6 legs, $10, $1,600.
All right, screenshot send that over. Some of us have to reload the account over
All
here.
right, I'll make sure that happens. Here, I'll do it. Here, let me, bang. I'll do the old screenshot, and I'll send it over to one Ray Dunn.
Appreciate
and,
that.
A $10 bet's going to score $1,600. I got Brendan Petrelli in front of me, Mr. Gambler. You like it? He's nodding his head. He's putting it in right now. See? Vito's putting it in right now. All right, Ray, I'm sending this over to you right now.
The luckiest person through all this, my landlord. You're welcome for rent.
Yeah, rent will be coming your way. I absolutely love that. Okay, so we got a couple minutes left in the show. So here's the deal. We'll be back tomorrow. I will be in studio tomorrow. Today, I've been broadcasting live from the PJ Willahans and Maple Shade. This is an awesome spot. When I tell you, if you're on the Jersey side and you're looking for a spot to watch the game, there's over 20 TVs here. So you have every perfect angle, no matter where you're sitting at. You could be sitting at one of the booths by the window. You could be sitting at the bar. You could be sitting in the patio. You'll be able to watch the game, and you'll have a great view of the game because there's TVs everywhere. So this is a great spot to be. If you are in the city tonight, oh, by the way, one more mention. If you come here, you got to get the red beer. They're dyeing the beer red, or you can get the Redemption Smash, which is a cocktail that they got cooking here. Redemption bourbon, freshly muddled raspberries, and mint, fresh lime juice, simple syrup, and club soda. It was delicious. I got to try it last week when we were here on Tuesday. If you're in the city, I got another spot for you, Patty Wax, South Philly. I'll be doing a watch party with Pat Egan. Ray's going to be there. Mike Vito's talking about being there. Brendan Petrelli's going to be there. We got a good crew. Bill's the other one that's going to be there? Bill's going to be there. Bill was having a good time at Top Tomato the other night. So we were at Top Tomato in Center City the other night. We'll be at Patty Wax on South Street tonight, courtesy of our friends at Corona. The Corona beer will be flowing, $5 Coronas, which if you're anywhere in the city, a $5 beer is a tremendous deal. So stop on by Patty Wax South Street with me and Pat and Ray and Brendan and Vito and Bill and a lot of other Screaming Phillies fans because we had so much fun the other night. This is the best time to get together for a Phillies game with your fellow Philadelphia fans. So we'll see you at Patty Wax in South Philly tonight. But again, if you're on the Jersey side, make sure you come over here to PJ Willahans in Maple Shade or any of the PJ Willahans in the Jersey area because it is always a great spot to hang out and watch a game. Now, Ray, how much time do we have here? We got 2 minutes left. All right, some final predictions. So I really do think Phillies have a sizable lead early on. I don't think this is like game 1 or game 2 against the Marlins where it took a while to really get on board. You knew they were going to win. You never thought that they were going to lose. I think this is a game where the Phillies actually have a decent lead early on. And I think Nola cruises through the first 5 innings. There might be that one inning where you're kind of like sweating and you're holding your breath. But I think he gets through it. And then I think he pitches into the 6th inning. He might go, 5 2/3, and I will take that out of Nola tonight and let the bullpen go to work the rest of the way, especially if you have a sizable lead. And so that's how I think this game goes. And then we're back at it tomorrow. And I will ask you one more time, Phillies fans, I want you to be chanting Strider's name. If the Phillies have a decent lead in the 8th inning, bottom of the 8th, when the Phillies are batting, I want the Strider chant because I want him to know what he's going to be walking into again at Citizens Bank Park tomorrow. I know he's had good numbers against the Phillies. He lost in game 1 of this series, and he lost in Philadelphia last year in the playoffs. So I don't care what his numbers may be. He can't handle the pressure of the Phillies in the big moment. And I don't think he handles it well tomorrow either. And I think the Phillies are ending the series in 4, and then we're getting set to watch either the Diamondbacks or the Dodgers. Please, dear God, go Dodgers tonight. I want it to be 6:07 tomorrow because like tonight, like this afternoon, 5:07, I want people going right from work and just all lathered up, right? You leave work early, you get to the ballpark, you haven't even had time to tailgate, but you have that natural energy, that natural high, that natural excitement. And then you start drinking on top of it, and I want you to be nasty tonight. I want you to make those Braves players feel like they are in hell. 4 hours of hell, 3 hours of hell, however long it is, make their lives miserable. Best show ever coming your way next. Everybody have a great night. Go Phils! We'll talk to you tomorrow.